Poudre School District High School football, live on Stream It Sports, Northern Colorado. This broadcast is brought to you by Schrader Oil, fuel your day, by Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy, and by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. And now for the play-by-play, here's David Haase and Randy McCoy.
Welcome to Poudre School District Athletics. Today, in an afternoon tilt at French Field in beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado, the Fossil Ridge SaberCats host the Bear Creek Bears. You see the officials at midfield with the captain. The SaberCats did not win the toss. They're going to get the ball. Bear Creek, they deferred to the second half. Hello, everybody. I'm David Haase, along with my buddy Randy McCoy on the call today, and Grace Reeder on camera. So an afternoon start, Randy, but a game here that Fossil Ridge needs a little revenge from last year.
They do, and we're going to have our national anthem here, I believe, as he's talking about the you got two teams, both 0-3 coming in, and both teams wanting and needing a victory badly.
And getting close doesn't count. So today we'll have somebody get one, and right after the national anthem, we'll be back for our kickoff.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
We're back here. We're going to have the national anthem. And that, my friends, is probably one of the best quality national anthems you'll hear a high school band play right there.
They nail it, don't they?
Yes, they do. Again, Randy McCoy, David Haase here with you. Bear Creek, Fossil Ridge. And both teams really wanting to come in and do some things today.
Well, you've got to have somebody wonder when that first good thing happens, that first bad thing happens, and how they react.
Yeah.
You know, they're 16, 17, 18 years old, and when something goes right, you know, you can take it a long ways. If it doesn't, it just multiplies on itself. Tristan Burdick back there to receive, number 1, along with number 20, Riley Jones for the SaberCats.
And this is a conference tilt as well. So in the newly formed, whatever that's called, Mount Aspen, Lincoln, Washington.
Take it, you got it. Alex,
we'll find out what that conference
we'll wait till we
named.
get Kevin Lytle up here, the expert on all things Colorado. So number 11 kicking off for the Bearcat Bears. And we're away. Knocks it down. Coline off the pads, falls in the air. Riley Jones just has to pick it up. Fall. He didn't get it secured. Side judge is coming in saying down. The referee had a great view at it. We still got some Bear Creek coaches are going to go bananas here. They're sending their offense on the field. I don't know if Fossil Ridge, I've not seen anything that said they didn't keep the ball.
Well, the white hat says they were down.
Yeah.
Or he was down.
Well, the side, actually the umpire, as he lines up now, was emphatically calling down. I thought Jones had it corralled, but then all of a sudden the way the Bear Creek kids went after the ball, it was still open. But one opinion mattered. It's 1st and 10 now for the Lobos. High snap taken, give it to Knutson off the left side. And he spun down maybe a yard. Tackle by number 8 for the Bears, Caden Wilson.
Well, what we know Fossil Ridge, we don't know a lot about Bear Creek, but we know Fossil Ridge has got to find somebody to make some plays. That's been their biggest
need to
challenge.
Spread the offense around. Tanner Hoke has had a decent start to the year statistically, but he's the only one. They need to find other weapons, get guys around. Quarterback draws right up the middle. Hoke takes a pretty good pop, gets out close to the 18-yard line.
And if you've scouted Fossil Ridge at all, you'll know that pretty much everything has been Tanner Hoke to this point. He's not been able to find his wide receiver, Murphy, who had over 800 yards last year.
A lot of catches early, but it's a different offense. Hoke's first year as a full-time starter, but like I say, you're right, they got to get some rhythm. Bear Creek showing blitz. They bring it on 3rd down. Hoke fires the out pattern, and it's wide. Headed for Murphy there, and that'll bring up a punting situation. Donovan Murphy looks like he just turned it in a little further than Hoke was expecting it, and that alley for him to throw. One thing I expected to see tonight, when we get to do the quarterbacking from afar, because we've got no downside, of course, but I expect to see them use his legs and move the pocket and roll it out a lot more tonight. Use his athleticism, get him out where he's got a better view.
But, game 4, they ought to be able to connect that pass.
Yep. So punt situation. Snap, decent punt, going to come to midfield. Return man's coming up to get it. He's going to let it bounce.
Boy,
reached up and tried to catch it. He did catch it. You step it away. Nice hustle downfield.
Number 8, 9, 6, or
I think it's Caden Dollar.
6.
Was it 6? Okay.
Or
Ryan,
8.
You tell me.
Those
uniforms this time of year, we'll be able to see.
Well, it's the font. You can't tell the 8 from the 6.
Yeah, and we apologize in advance. We got a procedure call coming, though, and it's going to make him kick it again. Of course you would. Yeah, that was a pretty good kick followed by a bad return. So they're going to
talk a little bit about what that receiver on that punt should have done.
Well, he was too deep, but you'd rather have your kid back than close. But when he goes over
run
your
up and get that thing,
you got to really come up and get it. And when it goes, the penalty was against the SaberCats, obviously, because they're making them re-kick. But you got to come up and get that ball, and that's the most thing. You tell your returner, catch it, don't let it bounce behind you. And he did a risky thing in grabbing it and was tackled right away. So from the end zone now, return man's on. Another decent kick, fair catch call. This time caught. What a difference there! It's about a 20-year difference in a 5-yard penalty, but coming up and catching the ball.
Yeah, if he could have caught it at the 40 last time, probably got a few yards. Anyway, either way.
1st and 10, starting on the Fossil Ridge side of the field. The Bear Creek Bears. I want to say Bearcats because I got Sabercats, but
Bearcats and Creeks and
everybody go around here.
Fossil Creek and
Isaiah Romero, number 2, is similar situation. They haven't got a lot of offense. We couldn't get any defensive stats from none entered into max preps, so we apologize for that. But they're in gun position. Give straight up the middle this time. Single back set out of that pistol formation in a hard run and tackle.
Yeah, they're not rushing for much. It seems like they're passing. When they are moving the ball, they're passing a little bit.
So Monk on the carry takes it forward inside the 45 down to the 44.
Want to welcome our Bear Creek fans who may be watching today.
Yeah, tough to come up with this early on a Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm sure they're feel good about watching it
Jet
on TV.
Sweep. Nice job of coming across the line of scrimmage, though. Tackle.
Fossil Ridge has not been terrible defensively. They had the one game against Rocky Mountain that they weren't able to.
Bauerfeind on the tackle for the Sabercats. Yeah, that was, you just got to erase what's happened. Both these teams got to do that. You got to have a short memory as an athlete anyway, and let these kids have a chance to, start and win this week.
So something's going on equipment-wise. The official asked 2 gentlemen on each team, I think, to
loose chin straps.
Yeah. Boy, they're.
We're going to stop playing. We got a timeout called. So a timeout here early in the game. No score. 9:39 left here at French Field. You're watching Stream It Sports.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places. This life.
So we're back now, 3rd and 10. Romero back in the shotgun. Trip receivers here to the near side, bunched up close to the formation. So that's when you kind of look for that almost that pick or rub play. Defensive backs obviously playing a 1 safety high over the top. Romero back to throw, flush to the left side. He's got a lot of room to run. Makes the edge, dives for the marker. Pins on the spot.
Nice blocking by number 5.
That was great downfield blocking with number 5, Nate Madrid.
Not really blocking, he just got in his way. I mean, blocking,
well,
and we saw last night some of the best blocking you'll ever see in high school.
Way downfield, yeah, that's what extends those runs. Yep. And also, in pursuit, forced him outside there, 2:54 for the Sabercats. Garrett Brown, make it just short. They got to gain just about a yard. If they get inside the 36-yard line, it's first down territory. So under center now.
And there's there it is.
Pop their clutch, so encroachment on the defense, and just trying to make a play. You get a little too amped up. Mistakes you just can't make. So the freebie first down for the Bears will move it down to the 32-yard line of Fossil Ridge. There's a little different formation that came out there. 2 tights with a single eye back and then like a twin fullbacks on the other side, on each side of him.
Neither team is guaranteed to run the ball for 1 yard with a running back. If they do, it's going to be with a quarterback probably.
Yeah, more than likely. Yep. I formation here, motion across to the left side. ISO play right, bounce to the outside, trying to get to the edge. Getting off of jersey tackles, too many arm tackles.
Yeah, poor tackling there.
Handed off to number 20. That was a pretty impressive run, George Martinez.
You can make any running back look good, can't you?
Yeah. Well, like I say, guys, we're just not quite getting to him. He's taking off and making the corner. They had him for a second. Brings up 2nd and short.
Oh, offensive coordinators love second and short, don't they?
Yeah, the whole playbook is open.
We saw a touchdown, I think, last weekend on a second and short.
Yep. Twin receivers both sides, single back. Martinez coming in motion. Give the fullback straight up the middle, down inside the 20, enough for the first. Carry by number 25.
Again, last year, Fossil Ridge started off really hot and really went to Bear Creek thinking they were going to be able to stay in the race. And
that was again, and that you didn't take much to say. That was one they gave away. They just didn't finish it, and that happens. Some of the other guys in that secondary too, Riley Jones, Nathan Novak back there, just trying to keep you up to date on plays in and out because Jimmy Carson, number 5. Give up the middle again, struggle to get a couple. Nice job of getting to the ball there by the defense. And they say, well, we apologize in advance. You cannot read those jerseys. Ben Hammond, 57 in their attack. See 17 out there. Mike Kravek too making plays. It's just we don't want to miss anybody, but it's hard to tell who actually made the plays. We don't have the luxury of that extra spotter. If we hear it from the PA down the way from us, we'll certainly fill it in. Trips near side bunch, straight Wildcat handoff, running the right side, cuts upfield, shake a couple tackles, down near the 10-yard line.
Number 20 came to play, didn't he?
Yeah, it's second strong carry, isn't it? Martinez on the carry again.
5'10", 175-pound junior. That's a good size for a high school running back, isn't it?
Yep,
You can break some tackles, probably a little speed. And
got him marked a little further back. I had him closer to the 10. Knee must have dragged down at the 12, so brings up 3rd and 2. Back that 2 tight end formation, 3-back diamond behind the quarterback under center.
Pretty good turnout over here on the home side from the 5-2-8.
We're starting to stream in still. It's just tough to make this time of day. Give the ISO back off the left side. Oh, he juked when he just should have stayed there. He had the hole made.
He had one or two options. He need to go way outside, or he need to keep his way to the right.
And coaches will tell you every time, follow the guy that led you there. Follow that blocker, because he had a chance just to dive down to the line. Actually lost maybe a yard. Interesting call coming up here now. Yeah, that was not saying he'd have had it, but he had a line. You know, it's so tough to tackle somebody basically diving towards a line.
Or he could have popped on that defender and then went completely around
Quick
him.
snap, give to the right side this time. Cuts forward, down inside the 10. That's the first down. Hustled to the line of scrimmage and made it just by the length of the football. Jones and Brown on the tackle, number 54 and number 20. So goal to go now for the Bears from Bear Creek. Their first drive with the football here this afternoon. Fossil Ridge went 3 and out. Clock running here. We're down to 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. No score. Fake it. Romero's got a lot of room out there. He's going to man the flat if he can't. Nice job by the linebacker, though. Tell you what, Randy,
great job.
He floated a little bit out there, and he didn't make that linebacker come up and take him. So that defensive end or outside linebacker ran back there, got underneath that flat pattern, which was so hard to cover, and just sandwiched him. No way to go there. I mean, I kind of put that one on the quarterback, because you either got to make him take you by running forward and just keep floating out there. The defense caught up to him, and he lost 3.
Unless you've got exceptional speed, that's not going to work.
Yeah, you got to make them make a play, and he just kind of kept floating it. And that's a single receiver option out there too. They're just trying to go away and fake the sweep action, everything to the right side. Play action come out left, and one receiver's covered well. Nice job by the SaberCat D. They're getting dangerous, close to having too much time on that play there. So timeout by the Bears. You're watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
So we're back here. 5:03 left here in the first quarter. No score. Bear Creek, Fossil Ridge. here from French Field on a early Friday game.
So 2nd and goal to go from the 13. Tried to fake the jet sweep. Throws over the top to the tight end on the cross, and he goes in for the score. Well executed. Basically, that was the double formation, and Romero able to just to draw enough to him and threw it back. It's one of those he's got to know exactly where his guy's at.
We got a visitor here in the...
Well, the cold weather is coming, and up here, if you've been inside the booth above French Field before, you know the flies start outnumbering the people dramatically. So Romero will be holding for the PAT after the touchdown pass. Kick is up and driven deep into that south end. Strong leg there by Gonzalez, number 11. So a nice drive for the Bears. Take it down. They draw blood first. They've got the 7-0 lead here at French Field.
And that was a great play call is what it was. You know, been running. You do, you send the tight end out. He, barely got the ball there because he was getting pressure.
Yeah, but, that was a great athletic play just to get rid of it. It wasn't the prettiest throw, but when they're on target, they should be, handled like that. And the tight end accelerated to the corner and got it in.
Ask Terry Bradshaw about pretty throws.
Yeah,
and Joe Cap.
When you're that big, you just stick it to the receiver. Well,
plethora of quarterbacks that have not necessarily.
Yeah, they aren't all Joe Montana. They don't have that pretty type ball.
It just matters if it gets to where it's supposed to go.
Exactly. Okay, SaberCats are set to receive again.
Did not have a good first series, so they need to really come out here and, they're able to drive the ball, and they need to do that.
Burdick and Jones downfield. Squibb kick, though. Bounce is taken. Still on the ground. They got it covered at the 20.
And so far, they haven't been able to return the kickoff. SaberCats have not had a lot of success getting the ball in the end zone this year so far.
12 points total in 3 games.
That might be an understatement,
but it's a new week, and I know Coach Bigelow has got these kids worked up to say they're trying to win this week, and that you can't do anything about what's already happened.
Or what's going to happen next week.
Fake the toss wide. Hoke heads up field's got a seam. Gain of about 3 or 4.
Big old 54 looks like there.
That's pretty good tackle there.
Textbook tackle, actually.
Well, and he did a smart thing, too, because he
Caden Burnett.
Yeah, he could have driven him down to the ground, and that's one of those that just runs too much. They will call you that when you've already got the guy is basically giving up the play, and he just pushed him out of bounds without putting anything extra into it. So 2nd and 7 now. SaberCats up over the ball. Pistol formation. Bears showing blitz. Run the sweep, got the outside, switch that ball to the other hand. You got somebody to help with. Makes the cut, Randy. He's got the sideline. It's going to be a foot race. He's got an escort, too.
And he's going to go all the way. Boy, did they need that.
76-yard touchdown run.
No flags.
On a jet sweep. And I'll tell you who really made the play. Casey Knutson, the running back, comes down and throws the block and got in front of the other defenders.
And who is that on the run now? We'll make sure we give that young man credit. Now he's behind there by
82.
82.
Yeah, Niles Tilley. Should have known. The junior took the jet sweep, Randy, and he
cut.
Just ran. You make one cut, you make it at full speed. You don't juke, you keep going. PAT coming. And up and good. So the SaberCats on one play of 67 yards tie up the ball game 7-all. And that's the kind of lift you need. You got to answer, they did. But I tell you, Tilly come around the corner, he's already running full speed, and he made one cut. They put the hammer down, but boy, I give a lot of praise, and the Hustle Award goes to Casey Knutson, number 32, who kept the play alive by getting down. He caught everybody and made a block. He got him in the end zone.
And because he wouldn't have gone all the way.
No, Tilly, the gas tank was starting to get empty. I mean, he was 67 yards, but he started on the far 30, and he ran about 85.
The defender had the angle on him, too. It wasn't that he was outrunning him, but he had the angle, and We learned that in geometry class, didn't we?
Exactly. So tied at 7 here at French Field, getting the home crowd off their feet. People still filling in.
You saw a good shot there by Grace of the band earlier. Got a close-up of one of the band members in their stellar-looking uniforms.
Full regalia.
Full who? If you say so.
Yep.
A lot of green and black here today.
Yeah, kind of
Fossil Ridge colors.
And then safer across the way with the Bearcats, too. I could have said again, I said Bearcats, just Bears. My apologies. Deep into the end zone, no chance for a return here.
So we'll see if that doesn't put a little gas in the gas tank of the defense, too.
Well, now, like I say, now you got a chance to back them up. They've got to march it. They've got to go the full length of the field, basically from the 20 on in, and that's what your defense wants to be in that position, and they need to make it pay this time. So 1st and 10, single back, quarterback under center. Motion makes it twins both sides, just gives straight up the middle.
Nice play.
Yeah, and just a quick tackle that time. Garrett Brown on the tackle. Just, that's his man. He's got linemen in front of him. They're supposed to keep his legs clean. They're not supposed to let any of the linemen get near him. And he's supposed to make tackles, and he did. Maybe a gain of a yard at most. Great reaction by the backer. Solid, both legs wrapped up and put him down. Clock running, 3:42 left here. And in the first quarter, we're tied at 7. Corners on both sides really putting the press on. Slant pattern come, caught. Receiver turning upfield.
Way.
Well, and he got grabbed. If he'd turned up, he might have got a couple more. He had an edge there, but tell you what, those Bear Creek jerseys, they're getting grabbed a lot of them. See, that thing's stretched.
Yeah, that was. I think they're supposed to be tight, aren't
they?
So
most of them now
don't.
Yeah, most of them now that you just get a handful of nothing there. I've seen several of those jerseys.
Not when we were growing up in high school.
No, you grabbed that.
You were lucky
mesh,
to have a jersey.
That nylon mesh, you didn't have any fingers.
Plus, we walked up street, down street to school.
Yeah. Romero back to throw. He's kind of flushed to the right side. He's got room. Lyman in front of him. Nice direction.
And he
slides across the 30 and got the first down.
Great job by the quarterback.
Yeah, good thinking there.
Romero, he's 6 foot, 175-pound junior.
Romero scrambles for 6 yards.
And I'll tell you what, though, he did a nice job. His lineman's right in front of him. He got behind him, give him a push on the backside, said, come on, big fella.
Let's get going.
I need an escort. And he just ran right down behind him and cut off the outside. And as you said, he found that 30 and slid right down.
It's so hard to defend against a running quarterback who's not running plays, where it's just out of a pass because somebody's got to stay home and kind of keep an eye on them. Yeah, that was bound to lose yardage from the beginning.
Somebody kind of got discombobulated there, and Garrett Brown just knifed it through and took his feet out.
I think that pulling guard didn't get through quick enough, did he?
No, yeah, his timing was off. 2nd and 10 now.
I don't think people realize how much these plays, the timing you have to run these plays.
Yeah, they're not just blocking. There was a fill in there by the front back who also then tried to, take the place of that guard who came out, and like I say, they all kind of bumped in the middle.
And
pop the clutch. There's going to be a procedure call on the Bears. Make it 2nd and 15.
Nice, cool afternoon, boy, I tell you, but the wind just started picking up.
Yeah, we're supposed to have the front coming through, and it's going to be chilly tonight.
As you can hear on our crowd mic, it was just as calm as could be about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That's Colorado for you.
Well, I'll take it rather than 85 or 90.
Yep.
Oh, but the snap almost hit the back in motion. Romero running in. He's got a man down here wide open all by himself. Oh, and what a catch. And a fumble. And a picked up and running downfield. They're going to score on an advanced fumble by an offensive player. I don't think he can do that.
Can in rugby, I think.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the referee out midfield now. He's got a call. He's going to have an eligible man downfield, bring it all the way back. Oh, my gosh. Because number 3 for the Bears, Sebastian Leone, was all by himself behind the secondary. Romero scrambling around, sees him. He took a couple steps forward, which then your offensive line, they're going to take off and go, and that's what happened. But he hit him with a pass. But after that, though, he took a couple steps, ball's dislodged, and then his teammate, number 20, Martinez, comes running by, pops up, and he picks up and runs. But there was nobody there to make that call. I don't think the offense could actually advance a fumble. So,
easy for you to say.
Yeah, there was a lot going on there that didn't get to happen.
Bottom line, the best thing out of that whole deal was the throw by the quarterback.
Oh.
What an athletic play.
No, you're exactly
regardless
right.
of any of the other stuff that happened.
Yep.
That was impressive.
That I tried to say happened?
Yeah, and all that stuff you said.
Second and about 21. Got to get outside of the 41-yard line. Shovel pass. Incomplete. I like the play call.
Yeah.
They had a lot of room, just a little bit off.
Need a bigger shovel, don't they, on that one?
That was out there a ways. That's about 6 or 7 yard. Basically, it's a forward lateral, but long as it's behind the line of scrimmage, they call it a pass, and it drops incomplete.
The timing was off because he had to really throw it a long ways to get there.
I'll tell you what, for a left-handed throw, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. And it could have been caught, too. I mean, it was close enough.
So, as you say, the breeze is picking up a little bit out of the north, flag in the north end zones pointing south, so they're forced to punt. SaberCat defense chance to get off the field here.
3rd and 20.
Twins on both sides, blitz coming. Romero, he's going to go down.
Plus holding, probably.
Well, one of them going to have a holding or a face mask. There wasn't an offensive player back there. We got the holding up front by the umpire. That's pretty easy to assume. But the referee, he threw his flag too in the back, but there might have been another lineman there trying to help him out.
And that's it, holding.
So maybe the referee, it's going to be a spot foul, so there's actually 2 holding calls because they're going back to the spot that's deepest to enforce it. Okay, the other going to take, okay, now he's giving us the other one. So, yeah, there were 2 holding fouls called. The first one was actually called a no penalty. They declined the second, and then now they're going to punt because on the sack they lost about another 10 yards. To midfield, that's going to be really short of midfield. That might be around between the 30 and 35 yard line, Randy.
Well, you know, like in golf, when they say you hit it where you aim, he kicked it exactly where he aimed his body. And
yeah, you're trying to do a little rugby kick, and he didn't get the point of the ball downfield across his foot. But part of that, though, that snap fluttered up in the air, and he had some pressure coming.
Yeah, he did, and another step, and
he might have had a play in the end zone. So Foster, big break there, a couple penalties, and then the big sack on 3rd down moved the Bears offense way back. Now the SaberCats going to take over after the shank punt at the 34-yard lines. First chance, I think, for the first lead of the year here. Kravik in motion. Give back. We have a scrum on about the 33-yard line. Everybody but about 2 players are involved in that one.
You know, last year one of the best plays they ran was a slant to Murphy. And I don't know that we've seen that play yet this year.
A little tougher, though. Last year's quarterback is about 6'3".
Right. Right now, linebacker standing right in the way, but if he goes up, that'd be wide open. No safety over the top either.
Trips the right side. Hook, then this is, you called it.
And it's going to go in. Kevin Simpson.
Number 2, Simpson, was out as the near slot. They had no safety back deep, and it's just a timing play. He hit it between the 2. Simpson gathered it in, had one move to make, no man to beat, and ran it on in the end zone. Nice play. Touchdown, 32 yards out.
Happy for that young man. We both coached him a little bit in junior high, and I'll tell you what, he has made himself into an athlete. He's good speed there, too. I mean, he caught that ball and went in. So Fossil Ridge has scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
And truthfully, not surprising with the abilities they had. They just need to get it done, and now they got some belief they can do it. PAT is up and good.
That was also the last play of the first quarter. Our score, Fossil Ridge 14, Bear Creek 0. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
There you see some of the cheer squad there for Fossil Ridge. And
where the temperature's starting to drop, we got umbrellas coming out and coats getting put on. I think the cheerleaders are going to need to keep moving to stay warm.
Yeah, fortunately they wore pants tonight instead of some of their other attire, so they knew what was going to happen.
And timing being everything, the referee could be kicking off. He got the wind behind him now with the quarter change. And this ball is through the uprights, far end of the field. So the tape on both the goalpost uprights at both ends of the field are flapping out pretty straight now. So that front is definitely coming in. We're supposed to have a big change of weather starting tonight. Hopefully it's later. We do have a big game after that for the city championship. Poudre and Rocky Mountain will be playing, kicking off at 7. If you're watching Stream of Sports, you have to go back out and log back in for that game.
Or select a different link, either way. Don't want to tell them they have to log in.
Yeah, that's true.
Then you're like another network that we.
Yeah. Man safety high, man defense now. Romero on the give. Cut up forward. Gain of about 4.
I would expect to see Fossil Ridge really bow their neck now defensively and stuff. You know, they've been waiting for this day, haven't they? Find out who their game players are.
Keep it in front of them. And then Bear Creek on the other side, like I say, you came out, you scored first, but then you've given up 2 touchdowns on 2 big plays, and see how their confidence handles that. Trips to the top of your screen, but bunched in near to the formation. Romero back in the shotgun. Still trying to guide. They're trying to pick out who they're going to have as a key blocker. Calling out Mike. Usually it means the blocking scheme. Romero tries to head right up field, and he's tossed down. I think Jimmy Carson on the outside blitz came up and made the tackle.
You know who I feel sorry.
Actually, I think it was Caden Dollar, number 9.
I feel sorry for those that dressed for what the weather was at noon.
Yeah.
who are in the stadium now.
Yep. So 3rd and 10 now after a little bit of a loss there. Throwing into a pretty decent wind now too, Randy. Romero, we've seen pretty strong arm there, but they also need to extend this drive here because they're going to be punting into the wind. They'll be, kicking to Fossil Ridge near midfield. Looks to his right, fires it down, pointed didn't step into that one. That ball had the nose coming down as it came out of his hand. No chance to get there, so incomplete. Nice job by the Sabercat D forcing the punt. So 4th down, Jimmy Carson, number 5, retreats back. He'll be about midfield. The last punt by the Bear Creek punter, snap was a little unsteady, and he had to kind of rush it, and it went out of bounds. Good snap this time. Nobody blocks an outside rusher. Great kick up in the air. No chance to return about midfield. So I'll tell you what, they had the far side rusher, the near side to us from Fossil Ridge, wasn't even touched.
You have to be so careful now when you block a punt, because if you don't get the ball and you even touch the punter, you
have to aim about 2 feet out in front of him where the ball's going to be, not where you're seeing it. That's usually when the mistakes happen, when they run at the body and not at where the ball's going to be. Either way, though, 1st and 10 SaberCats. Nice job by their D. Offense is back on the field, right at midfield. Pistol formation, Twins to the top. Wide toss to Knutson. He's got a chance to cut back, Randy, because other than that, he had nothing to the left.
And he might go all the way. He is. Touchdown.
Got a coming back, though. There's a flag down here. There's a block on the side in front of us about the 30. So toss left on a very designed play, and there's about 4 Bear Creek Bear defenders waiting for him there. Turned around and then got a couple of blocks and got back to the outside, but there's another big play seen pulled back. 2 touchdowns called back already in this first half. So enforced from the spot of foul. It will be a first down. Ball will be placed on the 41-yard line of the Bears, but still a tough result after a great play athletically by Knutson, who's now on the sideline looking for some air.
Yeah.
Because about a 50-yard touchdown run, but it took him about 65 to get there with all the distance he traveled. He did drop the hammer on that sideline, didn't he?
Yeah, that was a...
Showed the wheels. Well, the same kind of wheels he had before there. Hoke firing downtown's got his man.
And that's
Murphy goes inside the 10-yard line. That's what you were looking for, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, and again, he caught that ball last year to the tune of over 800 yards, and we have not seen that.
Well, and there's a good pickup there of about 30, but the fact, like I say, Bear Creek's not playing any, they're playing straight man defense, and the safety's occupied the other side. Quick snap. Hope trying to get out the outside. Nice block come back by the running back. Goes down and maybe gained a yard, but we do have a flag down early, so I think that'll be coming backwards. Nice job by the running back, though, going up there, number 6, Ryan Bajek, the sophomore. We've got a Bear Creek player down on the field. Don't seem to be a lot of alarm by the officials, though, right now about it. So the Bear Creek injured player going to get some attention here. We're going to take a break up here. You're watching Stream It Sports.
We're back here from J. Ray French Field. 14-7 our score. Second quarter.
Lead. They had 1st and goal inside the 10, but the holding penalty brings it back out to about the 21. Still 1st and goal. Bear Creek player Craiglev was able to get off of his own volition, so no problem there. Knutson again back in the game. Carry left side. Down to the 16.
Playing football here at about 5,000 feet, and so when these fronts come in, they you know it right away.
So 2nd and goal from the 21. 2 tight ends set, two receivers both sides. Murphy here on the near side. You hear that wind. Snap was a little offside, but they caught it. But well read by number 8 for Caden Wilson, coming and making a solid tackle on the carry. So 3rd and goal now. Big play here. Certainly within field goal range, Randy, but you know they'd love to get that 3rd touchdown.
Yes, they would, and it looked promising before the holding call, and they're going to call timeouts, looks like.
And you're right. So I want to make sure on this one. So time out on the field, time up here. You're watching Stream It Sports.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
Talking about the season as it starts out, Columbine, who we saw up in this field up here playing Rocky Mountain, they're a top 5 team here in the state. That's who Bear Creek played last week. Next week they go to Eagle Crest. So
they're in a tough conference.
Frying pan and
as
fire.
Well as in Fossil Ridge has to play those teams too. Not Columbine, but.
Bubble screen over the middle of Knutson. He's got a man up the middle. Ball's in the air. Fumble recovered by Bear Creek at the 2-yard line. I think he was trying to make a cut, looking to the end zone, Randy, and just didn't have it secured, and a pop by a defender dislodged it. And Bear Creek, as it usually comes, the defense sees that. They're all facing forward.
And those are the kind of errors that Fossil Ridge has got to fix, you know, if they want to continue and try to win some games this year, because they've done that several times in the red zone this year.
Yeah, you need to finish drives. That's a tough one.
And even the 2 touchdowns, neither one of them was a drive where they got in the red zone. They were long touchdown passes.
Neither one was across midfield.
Yeah, so neither one of them.
Showing the explosiveness we do know they have athletically, but you want to see as a coach, Coach Bigelow and his staff wants to see that combined play. And before the snap, we're going to have a procedure call in Bear Creek. Now, you know, when you're at the 2-yard line and half the distance isn't much, but it still counts, and quarterback's going to be catching the ball with his feet in the end zone. I'm looking to, if they stay in that bunch formation, Randy, you got to tell your ends, you got to just claw and get in front of anybody with an eligible receiver, but everybody else, so I'd bring everybody right up the gut.
Yeah. Well, if you get there quick enough, they don't have time to
work on that safety. Yeah, the handoff, you don't want to hand the ball off too deep. You know, there's some coaches don't have a worry about running the shotgun out of the end zone just to make the defense spread a little bit, but still the bunch formation, give the eye back in the end zone. He's going to get tripped up. Just does he get back? No, he does not. Safety, SaberCats. Saw the penetration. He had nowhere to go.
Bear Creek did a smart thing in trying to, you know, go with a quick count, but it wasn't smart enough, was it?
And the official, there was a flag on the play for an illegal shift, and that was the quick count, and that's, of course, declined because of the safety. So the SaberCats get 2 points, put the lead to 16-7 with 8:02 left in the half, and now Bear Creek will have to kick off from their 20, kick off or punt. The way Gonzalez kicks the ball, I imagine it's going to come off the tee. But either way, that's one of those scores that just upsets the whole game.
Yeah, it does. Now we've got a 16 instead of a
It's a 2-score
14.
game. Yeah, it's a 2-score game all of a sudden. That one touchdown, you're not still caught up.
Yeah, so you really have to now score two touchdowns and you know,
find your way
at some
there.
point you've got to make up for those 2 points.
Yeah, and that's
which is two
odd.
2-point conversions.
Yep.
That's what I was trying to say, but our mathematician next door wasn't giving me any help.
You were getting there.
Our mathematician who's next door works at a school.
We need the backup in here, don't we?
He's better seen than heard. So
yeah, and running the scoreboard right now for running the clock. So now you can onside kick from here.
But that'd be risky, wouldn't
That'd be one of the gutsier calls you've seen in quite a while.
But it's also one of the things that I have never seen. So
Gonzalez kicking off, kicking into a pretty brisk wind to the north. Squibb kicked it, bouncing around, taking about the 34-yard line on the run, and tackled about midfield.
And
a couple extra dance partners there going a little longer, but that's okay.
They weren't done with their conversation.
That's
Thought they
right.
would
extend it.
Yep. Good job by the officials to kind of turn the other way.
That wasn't anything. Two young men
but
playing
we've
the game.
seen a lot of not anything called.
Yeah, that's true. So first and 10, SaberCats almost exact same spot as their last drive started, 49-yard line. Hoke with Knutson behind him in the pistol formation. Tilley here near side split. Far top of your screen, Murphy. Still the safety's playing up really tight. Shovel pass inside. There's room to go.
Those shovel passes and bubble screens and all that have become very popular in the high school game, and they're not near as they don't have near the surprise effect as they did maybe even 3 or 4 years ago.
Yep. Sean Bauerfein there on the catch. Nice turn up field and gain about 6. Good ball protection too. So second down. Trips to the top of your screen. Direct snap to Knutson. I'm not sure if the quarterback knew that because he reached over like he was going to catch it. Usually the quarterback, if it's a direct snap like a wildcat snap to the running back, he does the balls over my head move or something else. So worked out okay, gain of a couple. Still 3rd and 3. Bear Creek with a chance for a stop.
And there you go. There's your first down.
Well, sometimes there's a reason things aren't going your way, and we've had both teams make those mental mistakes.
6:51 left here. French Field, Fort Collins, Colorado, on a cloudy Friday afternoon.
Yeah, fall's coming, isn't it? Next week or so, we'll be looking out here. All those green leaves are going to be changing colors in front of us.
First day of fall, and actually it officially got here at 2:02. So just put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Bill Nye, the science guy here. Thanks for keeping us up. Carson in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Hoke goes straight up the middle. Nowhere to go there. Nice job by the Bears defense.
Again, if you've watched any film of Fossil Ridge, some linebacker ought to be watching Tanner Hoke.
Well, that time, Tanis Craiglow, the number 10 for the Bears that had to walk off a little bit ago after an injury, made the tackle, so he's back in the game and solid. But we do have a SaberCat down on the ground right now being attended to. So we'll take a break up here. You're watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Got us. Back here live now. Injured player is off the field. Tough one to lose there when you're starting tackles. Heckman, number 75, replace from captain. Always a big thing to do. Now 2nd and 10. Hook back to throw. Takes it downfield trying to get to Murphy. And there's going to be... I like the call. It was pretty incidental contact. Murphy did a nice job of selling it. The defensive back was kind of crowding him. The ball's already in the air. And Hoke could put the ball up right away, so there's contact downfield. The defensive back wasn't looking. It's an easy call for the officials. Did it really affect the play?
Because it wasn't catchable.
No, the ball was 10 yards beyond him. But that's the way the rules
I'm not so sure
run.
that's a deal in high school like it is in the NFL, is it?
No. So 1st and 10 off of the interference. Boy, we had a lot of penalties this half here.
Well, I just like the fact that they're going to Murphy, deep.
Yep. Well, like I say, that cornerback over there, he's got the tough. That's Deontay Webb. Man to man, that's a tough road to hoe.
And they, again.
Well, they're starting to figure that out in the middle, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you got to do some things to get it away from the quarterback's hand because there's tackle to tackle right now. That's just a tough way to make a living. Trips the top of your screen. Loss of 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 13.
Well, you got the Safety way off of Simpson.
And that's the thing. Now they're shifting back out of it. Trying to give them a little more of an edge. Probably the play call. But there's still man underneath. Hoke's looking that way. Ball's batted in the air. And nice job. That was Craig Lowe again. Number 10, he's a player. That's several plays he's made this half alone on defense, Randy. And that's a break for the SaberCats. As high as that went, that somebody didn't find that first.
Yeah, that was tailor-made, wasn't it? I like the way Bear Creek changed their defense because Simpson's burned him on a slant just like it, and he was far enough off that they could have run that play again.
And if you're going to play, like I say, their safeties are about 8 yards from the line of scrimmage, so it's not really a deep coverage look. Corners are off about 6-7 yards themselves, but on the top of your screen you're seeing two flankers, and you've got Simpson is the inside slot right now. Now there's nobody on him. That's just a linebacker. Safety won't be able to make that kind of a play. Your near side safety here on this near hash is just mirroring Kravick, who went in motion. Snap over the head, and once again, SaberCats just find a way to short circuit themselves here. It's been the story for the year. Right now they're playing pretty well, but that little mistake still got some things to clean up here because we're looking to a first half about as good as they played.
As you said, they've scored on 2 long plays, but they've yet to really be able to put a drive together and pop it in the end zone.
Well, and like I said, we're not doubting the abilities of the explosiveness of this offense. That's not surprising at all when those big plays come. Punt, nice job of hanging way up in the air. Fair catch called. He's going to drop it. It's going to be whoever they find the ball with because neither the side judge saw it, and they're going to say they kept it. I thought they were going to say that too if they're going to say he was down, but it was a wrestling match.
Took a while for both officials to
they were
get over there.
No. A little still on their way.
No telling how many times that changed hands in between the.
Oh, that's if you want to be in a fumble pile, you better not be shy. All kinds of things happen there. You never tell your mom. So a break for the Bears. They kept it. Otherwise, it'd have been 1st and goal to go for the SaberCats. Ball in the 10, just outside the 10-yard line. Motion. Give straight up the middle again. Trap play. A lot of room to run. And Monk takes it out. Number 25, Dylan Monk again. Gets him out of the shadow of their goalpost. That was a big run.
Huge run.
Just a quick little trap play. Nothing fancy about it. Just popped it right through. Because they've had zero luck going wide. And since that opening touchdown, the SaberCat defense, Randy, has really come into their own, haven't they?
Yeah, playing much inspired football.
Romero rolling on his right, got a man on a deep comeback pattern, hits him. It's number 5 on the far sideline, looks close to the first down yardage. Nate Madrid, that's a good-looking throw there. That's the kind of play I'm looking to see from Fossil Ridge now with Hoke and start to move the pocket for him. Give him a better throwing lane. Give him more of the field to see.
And really, if you're Bear Creek, you're pretty happy only down 16-7 because Fossil Ridge has had more opportunities to score probably 1 or 2 more touchdowns. We see our Brian Roxbury down there getting some B footage for future
PSD TV.
And
snap. Bubble screen out the outside. 3-man chasing him. He's got the edge, though. And great closing speed there. Nice job of getting to the play. Number 32, Casey Knutson, along with 31, the other defensive back on that outside linebacker spot, basically kind of like a Nathan Novak. Just they had to get to the ball. Great acceleration there, both of them.
Novak had a great game last week, too. Called his name a lot. Sounds like a lawyer firm, Novak and Knutson.
Yeah. So 2nd and 7 now for the Bears. Wildcat straight up the middle, first down yardage. Boy, that's worked for him a couple times. That snap is dangerously close to that motion guy. I mean, that's on purpose.
The tackle actually came from behind, and the tackle actually pushed him over the first.
Yep. Someone just got into the play. Yeah. So nice start to this drive here for the Bears. They've moved it out to the 45-yard line from the 10. 2:36 to play, though. And if you're going to run the ball, they're going to have a little bit of urgency here. They're going to need longer plays. We're going to have to put it in the air pretty soon. Romero back to throw. Ducks. This time he's rolling. Got a man in the flats wide open. First down yardage and gets to the out-of-bounds line. Smart play, number 28 on the reception.
You know what I liked about
Casillas.
it is he did a real fake. You know, we've talked a little bit about
Great
of these plays, and you know, either the running back or somebody doesn't get close enough, so it's not a real fake. That was a real fake.
Yeah, sold it
one way, and when you do that, the plays work. As
well,
two coaches.
Yeah, it took that backside linebacker, and he just froze there, giving Casillas the chance to go out in the flat there, and he was all alone. So gain of about 13 on the play. Ball in the 42 of the SaberCats now. Best drive since the opening. Romero's just going to fire downfield. He's got a man. This is going to go out of bounds. He had a chance to throw it out there, but nice job. I think that's Kravik over there on coverage.
I like his feel in the pocket, though. You know, he feels the pressure pretty quick and gets out of the way. And
actually, it's Austin Ritz. 17's Kravik. He and 18, and Carson, they rotate at that corner spot. But no, you're right. He's got a good sense there and got sideways and got the ball out of his hands. I think if he put the ball into the field, as the moisture is starting to kind of pick up here, the umbrellas are really popping out below us. 2nd and 10 now. 2:10 after the incomplete pass. Long out pattern again.
Boy.
Nice job of throwing that one. And another catch, number 5, Madrid again.
And stop the clock, too.
Yeah, well, like I said, they get first down yardage out of it, and then clock stops to the reset, so plenty of time for the offense here. Smart-looking drive right now. Fossil needs to just bow their neck and get this stop here before the half ends.
You know, the difference typically between an 0-3 team and a 2-1 team or something like that is execution, because, you know, most of these 5A schools have the athletes to compete at a fairly decent level.
Yep.
But you've got to execute.
So 1st and 10 now, Bears. Romero rolls to his right, looking to throw back and get that same play as the touchdown as earlier.
Oh.
Had the man there, just overthrew it a little bit. He tell you, had it up in the air, but Bauerfeind and Carson, you know, fool me once.
Yeah.
And this time they're back on the play. I mean, he might have gained 4 or 5 yards if the ball been down lower, but yeah, that ball is just a high target. 2nd and 10 now for the Bears.
I'd keep an eye on 28 again.
Well, the Bears have got 1 timeout left. Fossil Ridge is, 2. Fossil's got 1. It's kind of odd. You get these dark clouds around here and the sun's trying to come out.
We're allowed to see all 4 seasons here with this long day.
3 receivers at the top of your screen with the tight end. Ball in this left hash. Romero back to throw. Try to look for the wheel route. Running upfield. It's going to be sacked. And that's a coverage sack. Nice job on the tackle by number 57 for the Cats. Ben Hammond. Or no, actually, that's Nathan Meyer tonight. I think we've got the ever-changing.
The rotating numbers.
Yeah, 14, 60, and this week 57.
But we've got it on a good source.
Very good authority.
That's 57 is Minor.
Or
and
Meyer.
That was a major play. Or Meyer.
Yeah. But I like where you're going.
But that doesn't fit my...
I know what your alliteration was going to be. You being that music guy.
Yeah.
So timeout taken on the field. You're watching Stream It Sports. So we're back here now live. See the cheerleading squad here on the near sideline. SaberCat cheerleaders hoping their defense could hold this long 3rd down play coming. Romero rolls to his right. He's got a man in the flat, throwing the deep out again. Madrid, he catches again. He's going to be maybe just short. His forward progress very close. But boy, I tell you, Romero and Madrid, that's pretty good connection. I mean, he's their leading receiver coming in. Romero's got a pretty strong arm. That's not a hard throw for him. That's a long throw. You know, it's about 15 yards downfield, but more like 30, 35 as he threw it across the field.
And they didn't even think twice about this.
No, yeah. 4th and short, back in that bunch formation, quick count, give, steps across the side there.
Gets it, which stops the clock as well.
Well, and Run still going down to the 15 now. They'll stop it. 56 seconds left. Bears do have one timeout. You can tell Romero's trying to get him on the line of scrimmage really quickly. SaberCats have got to get back on their D. And he slams it down, stops the clock.
Young quarterback's got some poise, doesn't he?
He really does. That's impressive. Nice drive they've got going here, too.
6 foot, 175-pound junior. So he's got another year to grow and learn. And
he's got good command tonight.
Most teams that are struggling, they struggle in the red zone, don't they? So we'll see if Bear Creek's able to punch this in. And
well, Gonzalez, we know, has got plenty of legs, so they certainly want to come away with some type of score here. Romero rolls to his right, trying to throw the throwback pass. Rush has got him, fires it towards the end zone. He had a man wide open there, but didn't have time to set his feet.
Yeah, standing in the end zone.
Yeah, 25. Dylan Monk.
Had 2. He had number 3 out there, too.
On the backside, yeah. Dylan Monk was standing there just waiting for it, but nice job on the pressure, and Romero comes up a little bit of limp there.
Pressure makes you kind of blind to the open receiver sometimes, doesn't it?
Brings your eyes down. If you're not looking downfield and you have to run around some big guy that wants to take your head off, you know, you'll generally pay attention. So third down now, 10. 44 seconds left, so plenty of time for that. Even if they can get a first down, there'll be some time left for a couple plays, but play's going to be interrupted here now. And Fossil Ridge, they'll take a timeout here to stop play. And if you're looking, Randy, you know, what you're trying to do now, I like the Coach Bigelow coming out, seeing the set, see what they're going to do, what they've been doing out of that. Now let's get ourselves set mentally. You know, it doesn't do any good to take that to the locker room, does it?
Yeah, and the same with the Bear Creek coaching staff talking about this.
Across the way.
And again, both teams have had trouble scoring. So, you know, you get down this close, you want to make sure everybody's on the same page. And speaking of same pages, we've got a page 2 of today.
Yep.
How you like that for a got a doubleheader tonight for a segue. Poudre and
Rocky Mountain City Championship matchup here.
Poudre is, I think I saw they finally reached number 10.
Yeah.
Ranked.
Up north, they just don't get that respect quite as fast, do they?
No, they don't.
All right, breaking the huddle, coming off the sideline now, ready to get back and play. 3rd and 10 now. Fake the give, slow rollout. He's got to hustle. He's got to have people in the way. He needs to just throw this one away. Oh, he's got a man downfield, almost intercepted.
Yeah.
That's believing in your arm a little too much.
Well, and he, one of the linemen didn't buy it for a second.
No. And a nice job of chasing him down there. And you know what he also did, too? He didn't overcommit. He didn't give him room to run around. He made him just stay back there. And there's number 57, Nathan Meyer. Smart play by Meyer there.
Carson was in there, too.
So Gonzalez will attempt the kick. Be a 32-yard attempt. Right hash. Low snap. That never really had a chance, did it? Just short of the crossbars, and the snap and the timing was completely off, and that disrupts the kicker.
Yeah, so, that's all on the snap and the.
Mm-hmm. Holt got it up there, but they say the timing, he was already moving forward, and he just had to kind of leg it and flip it. So basically, it's a turnover on downs, and there's going to be 29 seconds left. You've got home run hitters over there. There's no sense to put the game on a knee, I would say, but we'll see what the coach wants to do.
You know, that skinny post or something to Murphy in the middle of the field was wide open. The one they completed, he had plenty of room. So you see some of the umbrellas popping out here. It's not raining hard, but
we got some moisture.
It's spitting, I think, is what you would call it.
So Kravick here to the split out, goes up to the top of your screen. Well, they're not exactly set for a single race down the sidelines, are they?
No.
That is their pass pro look, though. The running back comes up and sets. Hoke's going to run to the right. They're just going to try to make him throw it. He's just going to go out of bounds. Stiff arms the defender just enough. Gets himself down.
Trying to see. Had number 12.
Gain of a couple yards.
17. Trying to go down the left side.
Yeah, 17 was Kravick. Plenty of speed there. Just see if they can make the play.
Yeah, they're trying to keep everybody in here to give him time to throw it.
Fake the give, actually do give the ball off the side. So just the running play to end the half here. First down yardage, though. That'll stop the clock at 13 seconds left. There'll be an attempt at another play here. They're going to want to line up and spike the ball just to give themselves a chance for a Hail Mary. As we see a rainbow to the far east here now. Short snaps on the ground. Hoke's just going to have to take it upfield and run it. No timeouts left for the SaberCats, so that's going to do it. The clock runs out here. No blood. Nice job by the defense of the SaberCats stopping that last drive by the Bears. They're going to go in halftime, Randy, for the first lead of the year, 16-7 over the Bear Creek Bears. Thanks for watching Stream It Sports. We'll be back for the second half.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store Car Wash, just shiny clean.
So we're here at halftime. The Fossil Ridge Marching Band is going to be performing for you, so we'll let you watch that. We'll try to get the, it's pretty hard to get the mic up because the wind is blowing so much, so we'll do our best here, but enjoy. As we talked about, there's a lot of other students that put a lot of work into different things, and the marching band is no exception. So, and it's going to be tough, so you might just have to watch them this time.
Gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the Fossil Ridge High School Marching Band. This afternoon, the band will be performing their 2017 production entitled Forever Green. Please welcome drum majors Kira Robinson, Jesse Griffith, and Dawson Keeley, and the Fossil Ridge High School Marching Band.
We're here with Kevin Lytle here at halftime, and I apologize. The wind is blowing too hard, and you can't hear the band on the mic, so we're just going to go ahead and show you. And there'll be other times, and we've already done it once anyway. So, wow, 3 o'clock game on a Friday afternoon. The sun's coming out, which that's awesome, but the wind just it was mild, and then the wind just picked up, and that could be a difference maker. But we were talking a little bit about Fossil Ridge's offense. Finally, a couple of big plays, but they still have not been able to put together a drive and finish it with points.
Yeah, they haven't had that consistency, but like you say, a couple big plays. I mean, they only had 2 touchdowns all year in their first 3 games, so 2.5. They're not going to be too sad about that. A couple of nice plays. I mean, that end around to Tilley, a great block. I think it was Murphy on the outside, and Tilley made a couple guys miss and just outran everyone. That's a great and big play early, I think, for a team that has struggled offensively is big. Yes. And then Hoke just got a nice thread the kneel to Kevin Simpson down the middle. They used that play a lot last year to Edridge and Russell, and it worked again this year. And solid first half, I think. They'll be really disappointed that they had that fumble inside the red zone, but they did turn it right into a safety, so it kind of made a smaller positive out of what could have been a negative. So they're playing pretty well. That early drive from Bear Creek, they moved in. Since then, they've kind of made the adjustments. Bear Creek keeps trying to do that kind of misdirection play action, and since the touchdown, they've kind of figured that one out. I've been on the sideline. Fossil's coaches keep calling it out, saying they're doing that play action, and they're reading it pretty well. So Bear Creek looks like they struggle moving, and the stats coming into it reflect that.
Well, quarterback looks like a great athlete, but quarterback can't do everything. The other thing is, we were talking about if you watch any film on Fossil Ridge at all, Tanner Hoke is their rushing game for the most part, and they look like they've seen that. They've really stopped him from any of the
he hasn't had any holes.
He hasn't been able to do anything.
Knutson had that long one, but there was a holding call that honestly I think was a questionable holding call, but that happens when you have runs on the outside. Those receivers are kind of exposed, and
the same
anything
thing with,
that looks like some grappling.
Bear Creek. So.
Yeah, they had that long one. I think both are kind of frustrated by those. Yeah. So they're big plays out there.
Huge upset last night, wasn't there, in volleyball?
Yeah, massive. I mean, what a week. So Fossil Ridge obviously is number 2 defending state champion. Let's backtrack to Tuesday. Fort Collins, who's ranked as well, came over to Rocky here and swept them quickly, dominant. Rocky goes over to Fossil last night, sweeps them in dominant fashion. I mean, this league is totally up for grabs, and the city is just those 3 teams, so much talent. It's going to be a really fun kind of back half of the season to follow.
Yeah, and we've got here on Stream It Sports in a couple of weeks, we've got Fossil Ridge and Fort Collins, which already in pretty much in any sport is huge.
It's always exciting then when they're both in the top 10. Oh boy!
In any sport.
I sure hope the students show up for that one like they should, because that should be an electric atmosphere.
Well, they really showed up at Rocky on Tuesday night. I don't know if you were there, but
no, I didn't make it. But I watched or heard a little bit about it. And
it was.
These teams deserve
it. Big game.
Yeah.
Well, it got some great athletes. So we got a big game, second game here tonight, too.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this nightcap. I mean, Rocky, I think we would all agree they're much improved from last year. A lot of those young guys that, played maybe a little too early because of some injuries and things last year, that's now starting to pay off, and, still growing pains. They're still a young team. It's hard to say that 2 years in a row about a high school team, but it's true. And Poudre, man, they're just a juggernaut right now. They're really confident. This is their last non-conference game since they played 0 week. They'll be desperate to sweep the city and be 5-0 going into their bye, because their conference is loaded, and they're probably going to need to win 7 or 8 games to be a playoff team. And honestly, this team has the capability, the potential that they could be a 9-win regular season team, honestly, if things go well. And they're going to be motivated tonight. I hope and expect to have a pretty good crowd, electric crowd. So it's going to be a really fun one, and it's starting to feel like fall. I think tonight's game will really feel like football season.
At 2:02, it was fall.
Yeah.
Tonight. So that was something. Talking about Poudre, I think they snuck into the top 10 at number 10 in some rankings. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it depends on where you look at those. The official ones from Chastanow, they're just outside. 1 or 2 teams outside the votes, and they're 11th in RPI, which is honestly the most important thing.
Right.
And that's about where you would expect right now. And you know, if they keep winning, that's going to go up because, like I said, their conference is really good. So they're setting themselves up pretty well to be a playoff team. You know, they haven't finished above 500 or made the final 16 since 2008. And, you know, obviously to be a playoff team, that means you're final 16 now in 5A. So they're setting up pretty well. They'll look to finish a perfect non-conference tonight.
So anyway, that's Kevin Lytle. There's the Fossil Ridge Band, too. Again, nothing we can do about the audio. The wind is blowing pretty hard, and so it's simple electronics.
Yeah, the wind is a nightmare.
Had a pretty good match, volleyball match last night on Streaming Sports. Holy Family beating Windsor. Holy
those
Family.
Are two good teams, two good 4A squads right there.
Holy Family now 10-3, and next week we got 2 Windsor volleyball games, and then we've got Windsor and Grand Junction.
Yeah, I think I'll be over in Windsor for that Grand Junction game too. They're a really good team. They've had brutal non-conference schedule, but looking like they could come out of it 4-1 if they take care of Grand Junction next week. So Windsor doing what Windsor does.
And then, of course, last night we saw Loveland. That was just a juggernaut.
They're the real deal.
Man, I'll tell you, I told Dave that's some of the best blocking I've seen in high school in a long, long time.
Yeah, them and Windsor have some similarities, and there's nothing super complicated or tricky about it. You know what they're going to do. You just can't stop it.
Well, we were talking earlier, you know, at 5A, most 5A teams have some athletes that can do some things. It's all about execution, you know, and Fossil Ridge and I'm sure Bear Creek has just not been able to execute in the red zone, and that's really ends up being a big issue.
Yeah, I mean, Fossil had that fumble where they gave up points, and Bear Creek missed a short field goal, and in a close game, those are both big things. And then obviously Bear Creek had the safety, so that's a lot of points that could have gone a different way.
So anyway, that's Kevin Lytle, and we might have him back again at halftime of the second game, but we've got a doubleheader here at French Field. We're watching the dance team now, and again, trying to get that mic up. So tell them where they can catch you, Kevin.
At Kevin_Lytle on Twitter, and Coloradoan.com. We'll have a story up and some video highlights shortly after this game.
All right. So that's Kevin Lytle from the Coloradoan. And we'll be back with the second half after these messages.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
back, you can see the flag there whipping around pretty good. Also, Grace, give us a shot of that big old head down there at the end zone. That's that is a big old head. That's a SaberCat head. And see those teeth? I'll tell you what, those are some big teeth.
Calvin Murphy now set to kick off for the SaberCats.
Or Donovan.
We did that at half. We just did that to him. Sorry, Donovan. I don't expect this to even land on the AstroTurf.
Oh.
And I was right. Not only through the uprights, but well through the uprights. Strong leg, very diverse athlete there. I mean, catch it, run it, tackle it. And, kicking football hard is one thing. Kicking it well is another thing, and he does both. That's a strong leg. So Bear Creek, they're trailing 16-7. They were stopped and got nothing done that last drive right before half. See if they can drive the ball again. Foster Ridge defense, though, a real good half behind them. Romero handoff. Straight die play. That was bread and butter for them there in that second quarter, Randy, but stuffed that time.
As Kevin was, Lytle was saying, Bear Creek kind of fell in love with that misdirection, and Fossil defense kind of knew it was coming by the end of
Started staying home, yeah.
So we'll see if Bear Creek's got something else up there.
In on the tackle there, Knutson. Well, like I said, they do several things offensively there that you look to see if they will grow from that. I mean, the out pattern, so hard to cover.
We see the young man that got hurt is
Beckman with the
without
knee.
Uniform now.
Yeah.
So
hopefully that's just for one game. Sweep that time, goes the outside stiff arm. Still going to be tackled from behind. I imagine there's a young Mr. Myers going to be getting up somewhere in that. Yeah, Nathan Meyer on the tackle out there. Just an athlete playing on that outside there. Not only physical, but, he's one of the top-ranked heavyweight wrestlers in the state, too.
And we want to welcome again our Bear Creek viewers tonight or this afternoon. That's a tough thing to have to try to get up here at 3. You kind of probably had to leave about 8 o'clock this morning to even get here on I-25. But
the way things are going.
We're glad we could provide this for you today.
Nico Padilla, 65 up there, 62 Graham West there. The big guys up in the front there along with Meyer. Nice job on run stopping here in this game. Romero, that long out again to Madrid. He catches it this time, stays in bounds, going to be tackled near past 35. They've got that down pat, don't they?
They do, but it took a long time to develop, but they still were able to.
Well, and what we'll see here pretty soon, I'm predicting, is that's going to be a fake. Down and out, and you can see the down, out, and up pattern. And Fossil, like a lot of teams, when you're playing run heavy, you don't have a deep safety over the top, and you got to have that kind of run support to hold them back. So we'll see if that comes around or not. Two tight end formation, Romero under center. Isolation run to the left side. Just picking his way along, going to gain a 3 or 4. Nice patience there, just following his blocks.
So far, Romero pretty much has only thrown on the run, if you notice, and across his body and every which way, but I'm not sure he's just dropped back and planted his feet and thrown a pass yet.
No, more of a rollout quarterback. We'll see if that happens. I think that would benefit Tanner Hoke a lot, too. As good an athlete as he is.
Well, you can roll out, but you still got to set your feet and throw with your body, don't
Technique.
you?
Fake. Man down the middle, Romero just tosses it out. Got a flag on the far sideline. First down yardage, Ensom still going. Ball just popped out from behind, crosses midfield. That was a late flag coming, so I don't know if that's going to be a procedure, and he just didn't get it out of his pocket very fast, but play was well developed. Yep. So procedure call is going to come against. Both teams have many holes in their shoes.
Yeah, they have. We talked a little bit about, teams, there's a fine line between, we talked earlier, and it's all about execution and being able to focus and stay focused. And
penalties just kill drives.
Well, not only in yardage, but it's in your mind, momentum. You feel good about yourself. We talked about Loveland last night, how they ran up to, they couldn't wait to run a play.
Yeah, fairly flawless, too. They made very few mistakes. So 2nd and 11 now after the penalty. Romero, quick slant pass, just knocked down.
It's the best looking pass that he's done, but he lands his feet.
Just great anticipation by Nathan Meyer there too.
He saw that coming, that 3-step drop, and
he just turned around, fired it. And there's only one place for him to go. And as a smart defensive lineman, if you're not going to get to the quarterback, get your hands up, get up in the air, and he climbed the ladder too. He was up. He blocked that ball with the middle part of his arm.
It was a tremendous play. Very impressive young man defensively.
Well, you got to have those difference makers. Somebody to set that down. Now that puts this offense in a 3rd and 11. That's tough at any level. So trips to the top of your screen, though, in a bunch formation. Single receiver here into the sideline. Romero looks, has just got the real pick pattern, throws it high. And a nice job just staying home there, the outside corner. Tackled by Austin Ritz.
Explain to our viewers, it matters where you put the ball is whether you can run or not.
Yeah.
If you've got to go up and get the ball.
Yeah, he was trying to catch it.
You can't run, and then you give the defender time to come up, and that's exactly what happened. Not that he'd have got the first down, but he might have got 3 or 4 more yards.
He had a chance to make a move.
Yeah,
there was no chance there. So good snap this time. Nice kick, ball turns over. Fair catch can be called about the 30-yard line and secured by Carson.
And you can say that he completed the pass. Well, that's good, but
we got a flag down on the field again on the far side.
That's
a procedure call again.
I would make him kick it again, wouldn't you?
I don't know. It's just one of those. You got the ball on the 30-yard line. Your offense has been playing pretty well, and how much you're going to gain by it, I don't know. I mean, there's the breeze isn't as bad as it was the first half, so I think the what they know, take it on the 30.
And I think they're going to decline it.
Yep.
I guess my thought is that's a really good kick in the wind right there, and I'm not sure he could do that 2 times in a row. Not that young man, but anybody.
Yeah, that's a tough kick. You're right.
I mean, he was able to get that to go through the wind, and
Bear Creek trying to get another lineman on the field, gets him in there. Motion near side, shovel pass going forward. I tell you what, they just tackled him right away. Great play, anticipation there. I think that's number 75 on the defense. One of their captains.
And Falso has not been able to complete that pass yet.
Yeah, Daniel Gabaldon, he just he ate that up. That was saw early and just completely blown up. So 2nd and 10 now. Slap play right in the middle of it, and it's going to be intercepted. Thrown just a little bit behind Simpson. There's another jersey tackle, Randy. You're not right about that. Simpson gets the tackle. And it was behind him, and it just pounced up in the air, and the defensive back behind him, as so often the case, tip drill, gets the Oski, and turnover right at midfield.
They had a young man that went 67 yards for a touchdown. I'm trying to figure out where that sweep is again.
Yeah.
Guy ought to maybe try it at least one more time, huh?
Well, it was.
He went untouched 67 yards.
Mix up in the backfield, collision that time, still bouncing forward, still going to get 5 yards out of it. Here's a chance for Bear Creek, Randy. They got a turnover. The ball's at midfield. They need to establish something here. Then the challenge goes back on the Fossil defense, who had such a good second quarter. Do they answer the bell again and bail out their offense? Sandsburn with the carry that time. So ball pretty much right at the middle of the field. You see the Poudre School District logo. I formation, ISO play left side, straight up the middle. Just power football right now by Bear Creek, and it's serving them well. You keep running that, Randy, and that's when you get that out pattern, everything else. So Bear Creek can hurry up now. Trying to see if they can get something done. Last time they actually had a procedure call. Same play, left side ISO. Knife through the middle, one man to beat, just got grabbed. Martinez on the carry. They're like I say, they're going bread and butter right now. There's nothing fancy about it. This is just straight mano a mano isolation. What that means is the guard and the center double down, and they leave the linebacker open. That's who the fullback goes hunting for, and he puts a block on him, and the running back has got a good angle, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's That's how you draw it up in junior high when you first start, isn't it?
Yep, simple play. Straight give, get in the middle, bounced out the outside, bounced off one tackle, got the edge. Now we're going to have a holding call on the outside, I think.
Or a
face mask. I don't know which.
Fortunate they didn't call a late throw. He was in the midst of a tackle, so I think that's why they kind of hard to stop midway. Face mask.
Well, they're
face mask on offense.
On the offense.
Boy, you see that about once, twice a year, don't you?
Well, the difference is there. That was a stiff arm, and he grabbed it. You can put your hand as a stiff arm on the face mask or on there, but you can't use it to gain any leverage. And tell you what, if I had the jersey concession for Bear Creek, I'd be looking for new jerseys.
Yeah, they're not supposed to.
There was a coach just to the south of us here at a town nearby a few years back that got in trouble for having the PAM, the old cooking spray, out and slicking jerseys up for that, and trying to make that a little tougher. The old light used to be Vaseline was one of those ways to make those jerseys tough to grab. But like you said before, most everybody's got the skin tight jerseys now, and these just stretch like rubber bands. Several tackles aided by the jersey. So after the personal foul, second and about 22, they got to get to the 31-yard line of Fossil Ridge. Blitz coming. Romero's got the right side, a lot of room to run. Points out to his lineman to block for him up there. Rumbles across, gained about 16 yards. Great play by the QB. As you said before, a good head on his shoulders, isn't
he does, and he's got some tools, and just young quarterback still learn how to use them. But that's one of them right there. It's his legs.
Yep.
I was going to go back, and when I played football, the jersey tackle was probably my best best tackle because you didn't get hit that way.
Yep. Those little nasty nylon jerseys.
Oh.
So 3rd and 7, big play here now. It's probably 4-down territory. Pretty tough to kick too far into this breeze. Tough for field goal range. We already saw that fail once. Blitz coming outside. Romero's got his man on the outside. That's going to be a penalty. Yeah, easy call. Yeah. Had one arm hugging him, the other arm reaching him.
Yeah. I mean, they could have been at the homecoming dance on that. That was a up close and personal.
He's trying to make a break on the play, and he just beat the ball by a fraction, but you can see the right arm sticking out trying to get there, but so hard as a defensive back not to get both arms involved.
And that's a 10-yarder, give him a first down.
Yeah, in high school it goes back to the line of scrimmage, so it's just 10 yards, an automatic first down. At the pro level, it just happens, it's the spot of the foul.
Bear Creek's starting to have a little energy offensively.
Yeah, they are. Isolation right side.
Good.
Everybody got through to that one, though. No fooling there. They know these quick counts are looking to be pretty much a run play. We'll just give the credit there pretty much to the left side of the SaberCat defense.
Coach Zach Morris for Bear Creek, and again, Bear Creek's a public school, so you get who you got, just like Fossil Ridge, and you got to coach them up. And so far, both coaches have both teams playing at a pretty decent level tonight.
Well, a lot of energy. I tell you, the competitiveness tonight it's easy to see. Right now, though, if you're Bear Creek, you need to come down here. You need to finish with some score. Romero out there directing his teammates, and it's not going to get done in time, so they're going to take the time out on the field. So 16-7 our score here. Fossil Ridge leading at French Field. You're watching Streaming Sports.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
Back here now, nice shot by our camera operator tonight, Grace Reeder.
Talking about a former SaberCat that's walked on CU and made the team.
Nick Edwards down there. Brady Russell's also down there, too. They competing at the D1 level, working hard every day, trying to get better. Snap here, left side ISO. Fossil Ridge just got caught moving at the snap, and I think they slanted right into the play pretty well, Randy.
Well, you know what I like about Fossil Ridge? They have not given up a big play. you know, they've stayed home. They've been able to, even on all the misdirection, they've been able to stay home and make Bear Creek, you know, work for everything they're getting.
No, you're exactly right.
On the other hand, that's how Fossil Ridge has scored on big plays.
So 3rd and about 8. Need to get down to the 12-yard line is the yard to gain. Twin receivers both sides motion, though, left. Romero looks, single receiver, takes it up in the air, double coverage. Cornerback doesn't see it.
That's a touchdown, I believe, unless he dropped it.
Touchdown. Great throw. So hard to have that covered, and nice job on the camera look there, Grace. But, you know, that corner's on an island out there, and he got up, and Madrid, once again, he and Romero have a pretty special relationship. You see number 5 trotting off. That's probably his 6th or 7th catch tonight. And that one brings them back within 3 points. And this is where that safety becomes that bumper. You know, they're going to go for 1 here with the PAT. I agree with that. It's early in the second half. Blocked. Nice job of penetration, straight up the middle.
And just slow and just not sharp on the extra point. It gave the SaberCats, and credit the SaberCats. You know, we saw last night one of those where there barely was even a rush. And credit the SaberCats. They just gave up a touchdown, but yet they were.
Yeah, you're right. That was slow in happening. Everything just was slow motion there. But Sean Bauerfein just on the bull rush came up through the middle and was all over that one. No chance. So still keeps the game at 3 points.
And going back to that touchdown, you know, you don't have a replay. And, you know, it looked like he caught it, whether he came down and it.
Yeah, he landed on the pylon. It's all about possession because he landed on the pylon. So if he caught it, it's a touchdown, obviously. And side judges hustling down there, the best view they could get.
Yep. It used to be okay, too.
Yeah.
Before replay.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Not going to happen at the high school level. I mean, maybe in Texas somewhere.
Yeah. Well, we got to get mics on the referee before we do that.
Well, that was supposed to happen a couple years ago, but it's never finished, I don't think. So Gonzalez to kick off from that south. Still a bit of a breeze, not nearly as bad as it was. Clouds have kind of broken up around here. Another squibbler taken on the 20-yard line. Straight back upfield. Nice return. Brings that across the 35 to 37.
You know, I want to see Tilly get the ball.
Ryan Bichek with the.
I want to see Tilly get the ball.
And well, you know he's got wheels. Well, you know you get that. You get the 2 big plays, and they've gone more to Murphy and Simpson on the other passes, but you know Tilly is the weapon we saw in the jet sweep. Foss looks to come right back out to it. Ball's underthrown. Quarterback.
Yeah, just not a great environment to throw the ball much, even throwing with the wind. It's just when there's wind like that, it can do a lot of things with the ball.
Well, and I think that time the quarterback didn't flip his feet quite fast enough, and he's throwing open with his chest open there. That ball usually goes right then, and you won't throw across your body. 3 down lineman blitz coming. Hoke's going to be met in the backfield right after the mesh, and there's number 10 again. He's playing a well of a game. That Tanis Craiglow along with Josh Ramos Jr., number 12. I mean, basically, Hoke made the fake, and they were there.
Well, and Fossil Ridge, you know, two touchdowns is not going to win this game. So,
well, last year they had the lead down at Bear Creek and just lost in a heartbreaker at the end, and need to make something happen on offense here in the second half. Knutson shifting back and forth. Still no count from the back judge. Plenty of time. Hoke screen pass almost intercepted.
You know, if Hoke doesn't get out to the side, he's going to have a hard time just throwing over 6'3", 6'4" linemen.
Yeah, those passing lanes are really narrow there, and you're exactly right. I look for him to roll a little bit more, move the pocket, but haven't seen it yet. So a 3-and-out pass deflection on 3rd down brings out the punting unit.
Murphy's liable to kick this to the end zone too.
High snap. No rush. Uh-oh.
Oh.
And he tried to hurry it. Ball going to land on the 36 and go right out of bounds. I think he knew the snap there, and he's thinking all kinds of different pressures coming. You don't look. It's tough to take a chance and go look, and just rushed it.
But the whole momentum of this game has changed, hasn't it?
Yes.
You can feel it. Fossil Ridge fans with a nervous feel.
So right back to the I formation, 2 tight ends, power football by Bear Creek this whole second quarter and this third now. They're just trying to see if they can just go straight across and just get it ugly.
Well, we talked last night, the key to a good passing game is a good running game. And if, Bear Creek can run the ball a little bit, they're going to loosen up those linebackers.
They've certainly been able to do that, and the linebackers got to play up into your safeties. And that's where and then you make your corners are out there on an island. It is difficult at any level to be a one-on-one, all by yourself, wide field corner.
Without a penalty.
Yeah. 2nd and 9 now. Romero back, looks to his right, rolls near side, tries to dump it off. He's going to be able to throw that ball. It should be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, he had a receiver over there. So
well, and he's certainly outside the tackle box too. So he's lucky it didn't go any further because the only thing there were green jerseys.
Yeah, been intercepted.
Yeah. So Fossil bench coaches were trying to get a grounding call, but he was certainly outside the box because he was outside the numbers even. So either way, great job of pressure brings up 3rd and 9. Fossil defense answering here. 16-13, Fossil leads, 2:57 left here in the third quarter. Thanks for tuning in to Streaming Sports. Motion strong side right. Trying to throw that flat, 2-man protection. Romero just turns it upfield. If he gets through Randy, nice job of coming back and making a tackle. Number 9. Oh, yeah, and we got a flag right at the very end.
Caden Dollar on a great.
Well, that was a big saving tackle, and I think it's going to be a personal foul at the end.
Somebody either chirped a little bit or gave a little extra nudge, or.
Yeah, they're calling it targeting. So somebody at the end of the play, not the tackler, but somebody came to finish off the tackle and hit the quarterback, unprotected player, too high. Not only, after a decent run like that tacks on 15, takes the ball down to about the 17-yard line. Huge break for Bear Creek.
More importantly, gives them a first down now.
Yeah, fresh set of downs, chance to get a first down inside the 10-yard line and really have to have the put the pressure back on the Fossil defense.
How many times have we said the third quarter is the key part of the game?
Mm-hmm.
Who comes out in the second half and
makes the plays and doesn't.
Makes the adjustments.
Fakes the run this time, steps up field and just didn't. Casey Knutson didn't bite.
Yeah.
Stayed at home there, and Romero, the fake, he didn't have to go for it because it wasn't that strong a fake. And they knew he was trying to run around him. He got him dead to rights, lost a 3. So the Bears need to get inside the 8-yard line, basically to the 7-yard line for a first down. I don't think they're going to attempt a field goal, but they are within range. You would expect the legs, but their snapping and their hold situation has been erratic. Maybe that's not the norm, but boy, it's been tough to think you'd want to do it again. Roll out right. Romero running for his life, got a man downfield, hits him.
Probably going to be holding.
Yeah, we've got the umpire throwing a flag again in the middle. This is
chop block, actually.
A lot of flags in this game. If it's a chop block, it's a personal foul.
I think I saw.
So that'll move Bear Creek way back.
Am I right on that?
Yeah, no, you call it right. It's chop block, and they moved them all the way back. That's a big,
just
big
gave that
penalty.
15 back, didn't they?
Yeah. So the ball back out to the 36-yard line now. In a chop block, there's a great reason that's just not fair. And basically it comes when one guy is getting hit up high by a blocker, and then another offensive lineman hits them low. So when they're being stood up, they're being posted, and you hit them low, and they're basically just defenseless. I mean, that is very dangerous play for a defensive lineman to be involved with. They got no protection.
And most of the time it's innocent, but the injury's not innocent.
No. So second and forever, basically Laporte. They got to go a long ways, over 30 yards. And I think they'd like to be able to get back in. They don't need it all. They'd love to get 15, 20 just to get downfield earlier. Romero steps up, looking downfield, keeps his eyes. There's got a man open in the middle. It's Madrid again. Boy, what a connection they are. And Romero got pasted.
Will you take 27 of those yards?
Oh, Romero took a big shot. Boy, the quarterback, he's really earning his chops tonight. He stood there in the pocket, knew he was about to get hit, stepped up, and kept his eyes downfield.
Boy,
you're right.
I tell you what, and that's hard for high school quarterbacks to keep their head. It's hard for Saturday quarterbacks and even sometimes Sunday quarterbacks.
Well, and you're under live fire.
Yeah.
I mean, there's somebody coming to take your head off.
But he
Two
knew,
tight end again.
He knew who he wanted to throw it to.
Isolation, breaks to the outside. He's got the edge to make. Gets downfield. Nice job of coming up. Jimmy Carson kind of gets to the legs of the running back. Didn't get him down, but still gained about 4, very close to first down yardage. Carson had to come off a block on the bounce out.
4th and 1, maybe?
Third. No, 4th. You're right. That was third down. Very big play here. The only thing we haven't seen is a quarterback sneak.
Or draw or any of those.
Yeah. Well, they're back in their bunch. 2 fullback, single eye back in the middle. Everybody from Fossil Ridge right up on the line. 9 guys in. There's the
Boy,
sneak.
You called it.
Yeah. And he drives forward, so that's an easy first down.
What a great call. You know, you save that for a time like that, don't you, as a coach?
Yeah. Yep. They've seen everything else coming out of there. And I'll tell you right now, quarterback tonight, Isaiah Romero. Very impressive game he's playing.
Yeah, that was the end of the third quarter. So with our score, Fossil Ridge 16, Bear Creek 13, we've got a game here in the fourth quarter. Come back and join us for it. You're watching Stream of Sports.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes. Just shine.
Again, there you see the cheer squad. And, you know, Dave, we talked a little bit about, you know, both teams out here just playing their hearts out and doing their very best. But, you know, when you come in and you haven't won a game in 3, and typically it's because of the mistakes that we've seen tonight. And both teams have made those mistakes.
Yeah.
But one of these teams is going to come out and get a win tonight.
Well, right now we're talking, it's one of those gut check times. It's fourth quarter just starting here. 16-13 SaberCats in the lead, but it's 1st and goal on the 7 for Bear Creek. Quick snap, give to the left side, cuts up front, not even touched. Touchdown, Bear Creek.
And, you know, that's the best running play they've run all night.
That left side ISO, that's been their bread and butter all night long. They just powering through it, and obviously they favor the lineman on that side. You see big O number 70 out there in that Bear Creek uniform. Kylan Martinez, 6'4", 235. I mean, they're not overwhelmingly huge, not like we saw Columbine up here or even Fairview, but certainly making it work. Gonzalez kicking up. That time was good. So now the score 20-16, and then that safety is on the other side of things now, even though it's still in Foster's favor. You're still down by 4. Still got to have a touchdown.
Yeah, and Fossil Ridge, again, that's something that's come far and few between. So we'll see. Again, I'd love to see them go back to Tilly with that jet sweep, and at least show it, fake it or something. You see the band there.
Band and cheer squad.
Yep.
Keeping everybody involved in the game here. Nice turnout tonight. Not too full, but like I said, it's an afternoon start on a Friday. It's tough for a lot of people to make it. Got entertainment at halftime by the SaberCat Performance Band, who quickly went back and changed into their comfortable clothes, but although I think a lot of those kids thought it might be a little warmer than they anticipated.
I think they did.
Yep.
Bear Creek down in south part of Denver, but you know, trying to get up I-25, they might as well live in Oklahoma or somewhere.
Yeah,
because
tough way to get. Gonzalez this time kicked high, does make it to the end zone. Touchback.
You know, it's a small thing, but Bear Creek has a strong kicker, and they got the wind. And you never know where this game's going to end.
Well, and exactly. I mean, just like I said, the kicking game, Breeze has actually really picked up again. As you said, the tape on the uprights is moving pretty well, and the flag in the north end zone standing out. So Fossil Ridge, though, you know, they've got the ability. They just need to push their way through it. They got to line up with those guys up front. Plenty of time to come through there. You know, Colin Brown in there at tackle now. You know, Zach Heckman, one of your captains, out. We see him on crutches on the sideline. Big change there in the offensive line, but they've held up admirably. Low snap on the ground, fumble,
and
picked up by Bear Creek.
And they were going to run that jet sweep again. And that fumble deflates the Fossil Ridge crowd a little bit, even as the Sabercat with the big head down the end as they're deflating the Sabercat head.
Apropos.
That is a poorly timed fumble, isn't it?
Yeah, well, like I said, low snap, and like I said, the jet sweep was either going to be a give or a fake right there, but now Bear Creek right back in there, pressure back on your defense who was just out there, and we'll see if they can make a play. They need to generate their own takeaway, I think, here. ISO play left, bounces the outside, good stiff arm, cuts up field, Randy, inside the 10, down to the 8. Bear Creek is playing downhill right now,
and number 5 is a player, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Madrid was on that block, and he was holding it. And, you know, a lot of those guys on the wideout, they don't take blocking very serious. But
and well, it's difficult too because you get more holding calls out there because you're not hidden by anyway. You're right out in front of the side judge or your linesman.
It kind of depends on what they think of your little blocking, doesn't it?
Yes. So second down, clock is running. About 11:10 to play, early fourth quarter. Stack play to the left. Cuts right up field inside the 5, first down, goal to go now for the Bears. And that time they shifted both fullbacks to the left side, one behind the guard, one behind the tackle.
Well, they found something in that defense finally that they
and they're moving right back up line. Same set again, same play, give the left side, dives forward maybe a yard or so. They're just going to see how tired, who's got the most conditioning right now.
And they don't really care if it takes 3 or 4 minutes to do this either.
No, that's one thing I was kind of surprised about the quick snap that time. This time Romero, I think the coach wisely said, okay, walk over to me.
Yeah.
We're going to take a little blow here.
I know we haven't won, and you're getting your
adrenaline's
adrenaline's getting up and stuff like that. But
don't want to lose the mental part of the game. I think we're going to see a timeout call. They're just going to wait now, let the clock run, wait till the back judge starts signaling. You can see them standing over there on the sideline. Everybody's standing around waiting, and the quarterback's just over next to the coach. And there's the back judge. You can see to the back of the end zone making his count, and timeout's going to be called. So they milked that as long as they could. So timeout on the field. Nice job of coaching over there by the Bears.
That is.
Take it down to 10 minutes, 12 seconds. Timeout on the field. Timeout with Streaming Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
There you see the young man who came out.
Yeah, Captain Zach Heckman. Hurt his knee. He's been on crutches this half, talking to Kevin Simpson.
Hopefully he's just maybe hyperextended it a little bit.
So second and goal now, and I don't know who jumped offside, but the center got plowed into by Fossil Ridge. And it's going to be offsides against the Sabercats. Someone just getting a little too anxious trying to make a play. So it's going to take the ball halfway to the goal line, just outside the 1 yard line. After the timeout called, I like that. That was a nice job, I think, by Zach Morris, the head coach over there at Bear Creek, Randy. Let these kids calm down, as you said. Let's get your head right. We got a chance to put a defining touchdown in the end zone. 2 fullback split. Romero backs away, lets the defense kind of settle again. Dive right side, touchdown, Bears.
It kind of faked, kind of went the opposite way this time.
Yep. And that's a pretty big one. Now, I think what's going to be interesting here, Gonzalez did come out. I kind of wondered, up 26-16. You got the 10-point lead. The 2 points doesn't do any good either way, so they're going to try to kick it. I think they need to work on that PAT game.
Yeah, they do. The thing that can't be lost in this is we watch the
good snap hold that time and a big kick. So the timing was on and the kicker delivered. Such a difference.
What can't be lost in this is Bear Creek plays in a really tough conference. They play tough teams, so you always wonder who's 0-3 is tougher. Who have you played and different things. And Fossil Ridge has played some tough teams too.
Columbine, though, kind of trumps everybody as far as that goes. We saw them here against Rocky Mountain and dominating a pretty decent Rocky Mountain team. So our doubleheader game, though, tonight you'll be able to tune in again later, watch more Poudre School District athletes in action for the city championship. Poudre and Rocky Mountain kick off at 7 o'clock. Come back and join us for the twin bill. Now would be the time for that kick return, that spark. Somebody needs to get something going here for the SaberCats, and special teams is a great way to do it with barely 10 minutes left in the game. Now the sun's out bright. Don't like the weather around here, just wait, right?
Yeah.
Gonzalez this time kicks it up. No chance for return deep into the end zone. Burdick and Jones just have to let it go. 1st and 10 SaberCats at their 20.
And if ever they're going to have one of their first drives for touchdown, this needs to be the time.
Kind of just need some composure. Take your time. You don't need to get it all at once. There's a lot of game to play yet. You need to get your defense a chance to sit down and catch a little rest, too. You need to stay out in the field.
Well, they have to have a mistake-free drive is what they need here.
Baychek sitting behind Hoke in the pistol. Comes up, sets next to him. Usually a pass play called out of that. Blitz coming. Run. Hoke sends up. He just gets met right in the hole. Wow. That was not a good spot for your quarterback to be in there. Number 8 on the defense, Caden Wilson again. Strong tackle. That was textbook.
They look like they've scouted a little bit.
Well, if you're the 2 inside backers, you just got to key the responsibility in front of you. The back goes the other way. You may have the quarterback, and that was run right into him. Loss of about a half a yard. Pass play. Hoke looking far right side. Fires it outside wide to Murphy. And that's the tough thing about that right now. Donovan Murphy turns around, Randy, and he's looking right back into the sun.
Yeah, and you're throwing against the wind. Although that was a good ball that he threw.
Nice tight spiral. Yeah, if you get a good spin on it, Hoke's certainly got a strong enough arm for that. 4 down lineman. Blitz being shown, though. Trips the top of your screen. 3rd and 10. Hoke pulls it down, looks upfield, is going to try to run for it. It's got the edge, gets one block, gets tripped up. Great play, number 12 for the Bears. Just gets enough of the foot. Josh Ramos Jr. just trips up Hoke. He had first down yardage, didn't he?
Yeah, but that's a slow developing play. They're already in the shotgun.
So 4th and 7 now. They line up to go for it. With 9:04 left in the game.
Boy, they're like do or die. I'm not sure this is the
little riverboat gambler here, that's for sure. Maybe he's going to still punt it out of this formation. 4-man mound. High snap up in the air. Hoke's just going to bob it, try to get away. He's going to be sacked for a big loss down about the 13. So a turnover on downs inside your own 20-yard line, Randy. Trying to make the play, trying to make something big happen, and execution again.
I don't ever like to share my opinion much, but I think it's a little early.
Well, you can start today.
It's a little early.
That was
for that, in my opinion. But they know their athletes. They know what they got to do.
Well, again, you put your defense back on a short field.
Yeah, and I think these drop back from the shotgun. I mean, you're you're going back almost 10 yards before you even go forward. So.
Yeah. Isolation play left side again, just driving forward right now. I mean, they certainly want to score and they make first downs, but they're going to run the clock. We've got a late flag, so somebody is doing something they should not do. Got a pretty good idea. Got to keep your composure. Don't make the game almost out of hand to turning into really out of hand. So as you see, it's going to be a sportsmanlike conduct.
Dead ball personal.
Yeah, that means the personal foul, but it's after the play. So moves them back 15 yards.
So Bear Creek still trying to aim for that foot, aren't they?
Don't make it easy.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to, and look at that rainbow.
Well, we've got a great rainbow over Frenchfield here. Maybe that's a spot, a little sign of hope for the SaberCats D. Sometimes you just got to take matters in your own hand. Get the fumble, get the pick, take it back yourself. But Romero, very impressive game from that quarterback. Double wing position, goes back, rolls up to his left side. Receiver just grabbed and held. If he'd have thrown it to him, it would have been an interference call. And they're going to call it from the backside anyway, too.
I mean, it's like...
Yeah. You can do that on a screen pass. You can grab the receiver behind the line of scrimmage because he pretty much just a great alert play by the defender. But if he'd have crossed, he just never got away. So penalty back against the SaberCats, and it's not so much the distance on it, the timing.
Yeah. Timing is everything, isn't it?
So ball now moved back to the inside the 15-yard line. And we'll wind the clock now. They can get a first down inside the 5. Romero just doing a nice job being deliberate up there, getting under center. Stepping back to throw, rolls to his right. Got his tight end out there. He needs to pull up and run. He does, and slides down smartly. Nice job. Caden Dollar came up, the freshman linebacker, and got in the air, forced the QB to pull the ball down and run. Gain of just a couple is going to bring up third and about 7. And that is quite the rainbow. You're right, Randy. .7:35 to play here in the game. 27-16. Bear Creek leads. They are in no hurry. Got to be deliberate here, but they can't. You don't want to stop the clock with a penalty. It is 3rd and 9. Kind of an interesting play call here. But they get up under center, and a timeout is going to be called by Bear Creek. So Coach McGinnis wants to be sure. Timeout up there. Timeout for Stream It Sports. We'll be right back.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
There's a picture of that rainbow. Good job there, Grace.
Gorgeous afternoon coming out here, still breezy and cool. So 3rd and 9 now over the center. Romero give left side. Just running the ball, kind of put it in the middle of the field basically, Randy. Field goal attempt, win behind you. Whistle. Ending the play, but the clock's still running. I thought we were going to see a stoppage or something. So they're going to get the ball. They're going to attempt a field goal. Romero is your holder too, Randy. You got to pay attention to there. But Gonzalez putting his tee down at about the 19-yard line, making a 29-yarder, basically a PAT.
Also, Ridge is kind of playing the outside there, making sure that.
Good rush. Ball goes up in the air, and it is good. So Bear Creek extends their lead now, 30-16, with 6:36 left here at French Field.
23 unanswered points now by Bear Creek, and you know, coaching staff over there's got to be happy they've come out and played this way in the second half, right?
Yep. They're
made some good adjustments, and Coach Zach Morris and.
Well, and you've like you say, this is defining days, and both teams have certainly made big plays, done some things that hurt themselves, but the much more consistent offense this afternoon has been from Bear Creek.
Well, they've been able to put together, you know, some drives, even though they may not be, you know, the whole field. When they have the ball, they've been able to put together a drive without a mistake or penalty or fumble or.
So Burdick and Jones back on their 5-yard line, though Gonzalez has sent everything into the end zone. Both kickers long-legged today. This is a little lower trajectory, and it does land in. I think good decision that time by Burdick. There just wasn't, you know, your nice high kick. Would have been tough to get it out past the 20, which you're guaranteed to get when it goes in the end zone.
We talked a little bit about, you know, Tanner Hoke, who's got a really good arm. But Fossil Ridge this year has seemed to have trouble getting in there, putting him in places where he can really see the field and see his receivers. And, you know, straight drop back is probably not going to work.
Yeah, even though he's starting back there a bit, but we'll see what happens now. 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line, trailing. Snap. Solid shot right in the middle. Almost picked off. Murphy gets the carom, though, or does it go to the ground? Yeah, it does hit the ground. Back judge and everything else. Donovan Murphy almost was the benefit there. The defensive back, he's the one that's upset because he had the pick.
Yeah, he did, and it's almost like they knew that was coming.
Well, Deontay Webb, who has, you know, had a tough night, a tough task tonight. He's had a good night defensively, but you know, not able to bring that one in. Ball popped up in the air, and Fossil almost got the break they needed.
Now you see the defensive backfield playing back a little bit, so they'll take
you gotta start
anything in
up
front
a
of
little
them.
bit. Yeah,
anything in front of you.
If you want to march it down the field and take 5 minutes, that's fine with us. You need. There's a good throw and catch. Murphy gets out of bounds. That time you see the unimpeded throwing lane on the out patterns there just fine. That's not a difficult look at all for Hook, and he fired it in there. You know, very impressive arm strength. That's not the issue here. Just an over the middle passing game has been really tough. Passes blocked and just not able to get the ball off. Bear Creek down lineman too now. I know it's kind of time to come forward, don't they? Long count. Thrown to the outside. Going forward, spinning off one tackle. Nice move, still alive, heading downfield. Nice catch, too.
Good effort, but again, it took 10, 15 seconds and for a gain of 3. So
Burdick on the reception there. Burdick Murphy here near sideline. Simpson tied in top of your screen with Tilley. Somewhere along the way here, Randy, on a 1st or 2nd down, you've got to try to stretch the field. Hoke steps up, looks forward, fires to the slot. It's got Murphy. He's got open field. It's going to be a sprint race if he gets to the edge. Spins out of tackle, but goes down. Just a nice, solid tackle out there, and that's Braden Pennington. But a good catch and run, good for about 20 yards. Now it's up-tempo time.
And he got rid of the ball quicker. You know, when you're in the shotgun, you know, the quarterbacks I see, they get it and they go right away. Sometimes he backs up even more, makes it a harder pass.
Yeah, trying to find it. Screen pass coming here, set up nicely. Lots of blockers in front. There goes Knutson. Oh, good tackle. And we're also going to get a penalty flag. Knutson takes it downfield for about 13 yards. I think it's probably going to be a holding call.
And it is.
So 1st down, gained, but they moved it back. I'm trying to figure out how this works. How is it 1st and 9?
spot foul. So, and we get our mathematician.
High snap. Hoke fires down the middle. He's got his receiver, hits him there, spins out of his hands, up in the air.
Boy, they're fortunate that didn't.
The whole Bear Creek sideline was anticipating a grab there, weren't they? Just a tough catch, looking back into the sun.
I like the fact that they're stretching the field a little bit now on their throws.
Yeah, well, you got to start getting a little more vertical. 5:05 left in the game. You know, if you score a touchdown here, get your PAT, then you still got to score another touchdown. High snap this time, quarterback run by design, heads upfield, nowhere to go.
They've just shut him down, haven't they?
Yep. Too much penetration allowed there. Number 12 for Bear Creek. Once again, we've seen him get up a lot of those. Josh Ramos Jr. Not only did he, stop the play, made it 3rd and 9, but the clock is still running. 4:45 left in the game. We are certainly in 4-down territory. Play change coming from the sideline now. And you see there at the top of your screen, Madrid, the corner on the far side, is well off Murphy. He's going to give him that 5-yard out. Two high safeties. Safeties are up there. Snap, Hoke takes it again, looks, stands in the pocket, fires the outside. Nice shot to Tilley. Depends on the spot. I think he was deep enough, Randy, to get the first down.
Yeah, I think they...
Nice job by Tilley. Great throw by Hoke that time. Stepped into it, delivered that outside passing lane, and first down for the SaberCats.
Number 1 was running down the field pretty wide open,
Burdick,
but he couldn't get it to him.
They're going to have, there's a procedure call. They had SaberCat lineman already did their hand down. That's going to be an incomplete pass. I'll tell you what, credit there to Madrid, who's had a great game catching the ball tonight. But Nate Madrid there, the ball was caught by the receiver. I think, is that Purnell? Or no, Tanner? No, who was that?
That was number 1, I believe.
That was Burdick. And he turned around. He could have had a knockout blow.
Right.
And just as a few years ago, those are not illegal. And that's what they call the defenseless. He just put his shoulder down, put it right into his stomach, and basically did the right thing by doing it. Not only did it cause the incompletion, he didn't draw a penalty. It's tough to tell a football player not to take a good shot when you've got somebody coming at you. But either way, though, the penalty on the SaberCats declined due to the incompletion. Blitz coming down over the middle. Simpson a little high, just out of his hands. Big fella tried to stretch up there. Just couldn't pull it in.
He's got soft hands. We know that. And, if you could have got that down just a little bit, he'd have.
Oh, he's going to be a force. Like I say, he's going to be a force if he gets both hands on it, because there's not a lot of DBs who want to take a piece of him when he's out in the open field. So 3rd and 10 now, SaberCats. Clock stopped, 3:52 left. Twins, both sides of the formation. Knutson sitting to the side, pass protection. High snap again. Hoke brings it down. Getting pressure, steps up in the pocket nicely. He's got a man over the middle.
What a throw.
Just behind him. Just barely behind the receiver.
But, folks, let me tell you, he threw that ball about 40 yards on a line. And that's part of his problem, too. He should have probably let him and put a little air under, but still.
It didn't see it in time, yeah. No, that was just a fraction behind Murphy, and I guarantee Murphy, the athlete that he is, he's upset he didn't catch it. He put that ball on a line. He did a nice job of stepping up in the pocket to extend the play, too. So close.
Yeah, we don't see that throw very often up here at French Field.
So 4th and 10 now for the SaberCats. Barring too many things happening, this is a game finale type play. Burdick in motion across the formation, makes a trip to the top. 5-man rush over the middle's got a man, pulls it in. Great catch. Sean Bauerfeind goes over the middle, and nice throw underneath the safeties there. Like I say, Bear Creek, they're staying back. They're going to give you that middle zone. Make sure they don't give up 6, but that was a great throw and catch and a first down. Big first down for the SaberCats. 3:24 left to play here. Hook rolls to his right, biding time, fires downfield. Got Burdick a little high on the tackle there.
Yeah.
As long as you get both arms around him and don't grab the face gear, it's fine. But nice throw and catch down inside the 5-yard line, spotted at about the 3 in the right hash. I like Fossil Ridge getting up on the ball here. Don't mess around. Get set, run a play. First and goal. Snap. And we got a flag on the near sideline.
Now we got to go five further probably. No, offside.
So encroachment by the defense. And that's, like I say, if you're organized the offense, you hurry up and get the line. You get somebody just being a little slow. So first and goal, but takes it halfway there inside the 2-yard line. Surprised they don't go under center. Man defense on the outside. So 8 in the box here for the Bears. Play call change. Clock running. Under 2:45 to play. Option the right side. Toss outside a little low. Knutson goes to the end zone. Dives and gets in.
Great job. One of the first touchdowns where they've driven the significant amount.
Well, and under pressure time, Tanner Hoke came out and took care of his offense, ran it well, got it downfield, made plays with his feet, made plays with his arm. Great catches by the receivers in the right spot. Like you said, that's a good drive.
It's a big kick here. This is not a gimme. It's against the wind.
Snap, good. Kick is up and good. So now if you're Bear Creek, you're calling for your All-State team. You want the good hands guys out there because here comes an onside kick. And the chance now, like I say, you've got 3 timeouts left for your SaberCats. There's 2:40 left in the game. Do you kick it deep? You're going to be kicking into a pretty good breeze because if you get the onside kick, that's great. If you don't, you're going to play at best. You're going to be playing on your half the field, and all they can do is punt it down and make you go 80 yards plus.
See there the cheer squad again. Yeah, I think I don't know really because they have stopped him a couple of times, so it's not like that Bear Creek has run all over them. They've gotten the ball in good field position. So
I think that's an interesting coaching decision here.
But Bear Creek is certainly
they're lining up like it's an onside kick because you got 6 near into the boundary here from basically the numbers on in.
So maybe I kick it right over there. We've seen this a million times. Kick it right over that line and then say, go get it. Saw one of the best onside kicks I've ever seen last night, the 49ers. Did you see that? Boy, that was work to perfection.
So Murphy stepping it off like he's going to try to hit the top of the ball. You want that second time the ball hits the ground to pump it right up in the air. Pounds it down in there, grab it. Nice job. Tell you what, number 12 again steps up, makes a play, and there really wasn't a chance. The ball didn't get up in the air for the delay. That is an art. That is tough to do. And, your kickers that spend most of your practice when they're not drinking coffee, work on those type of plays. And Donovan Murphy is certainly involved in the football team. So that is a tough thing to do, to make that kick where that second time it hits the ground, it pops straight up in the air. And that's what you were talking about last night.
Kickers don't drink coffee.
What else they got to do? High school, they're also your players.
Yes, they are.
So ball at midfield now. First play, run straight up the middle, gain of about 8.
Well, what you hope they do, SaberCats, I guess you got to go for the ball, but you go for the ball and you end up
timeouts can be taken right away. And timeout by Fossil Ridge. So with the fourth quarter starting to drain down a little bit here now, it's like you got to use them. You got to stop them. You got to assume you're going to get a play or two here.
So, again, we've got a big second game tonight. You'll go out on Stream of Sports and just click a different link. But Poudre and Rocky Mountain, and that's one of those games you can throw the records out the window. It's been a rivalry for a long time.
Well, Poudre's coming in 3-0. Rocky's coming in 1-2, but Rocky has lost to the likes of Columbine and Fairview.
Well, two ranked teams.
Yeah, the strength of schedule. Obviously, Rocky looks like they played more. The teams they played are 6-2, and the teams that Poudre's played are 2-7. So how do you judge it? Well, you get that 4th, 5th game of the year, then you start saying, as you always like to say, we know who you are.
Yeah.
And I look for a very physical game tonight, very between the trenches kind of game. You got Erickson on one side and Adler and Yancey on the other for Rocky and Poudre. lots of good football to be played here at French Field tonight.
Yeah, I think J.T. Erickson's for real. So.
Oh, yeah. I don't think anybody doubts that.
I think if we know anything about this year, J.T. Erickson is for real.
So I formation again, ISO left, stuffed, no gain. Another timeout taken by Fossil Ridge. Still got one to give.
The one thing that Fossil Ridge has that Bear Creek doesn't necessarily have is the arm of Tanner Hoke, and we just saw him throw a bullet that could have been a touchdown.
Like that, yeah.
So, you know, if he can start the 30 or something, he can throw 3 or 4 passes across the middle like that and complete them. You see the band there, and as Dave mentioned, they shed their uniforms and now they're in civilian clothes. Well, so you wouldn't even know they're the band.
Yeah, other than that great tune.
Yeah, the Adams family. I think it's the Adams family. No, that's the Munsters. I think it's the Munsters theme. For those of you under 40.
Yeah, ask somebody older.
Which we're barely over 40.
Just broke the tape, didn't we?
Yeah.
So huge play here. 3rd down, 3 to go. Double fullback, both sides of the quarterback under center. And they've done this before, trying to get them to jump off sides. Nice job by the Sabercats. Dive straight left side, pushing forward.
And gets the first down. That's huge, I believe.
Boy, they'll tell you that mark is going to be everything because he's right on the line, and so's that mark on the other far side of the field. And the ball's been picked up. Now it's put down. And they're saying the nose is on the line, so generally that gives you the look. Yeah. He's going to call timeout. The referee doesn't want to take this all on himself, so with your eagle eye and your almost impeccable record on these.
I'd say they're
I put a capital A on almost.
3 inches short.
Okay.
Because you're right, the ball is.
Well, if they're not short, the ball game's pretty much over because Fossil Ridge has got one timeout left. And
yeah, what you were hoping is that they could break through and catch that runner before he got to the line. It's an inch. No, they got it.
They got it. First down. And with one timeout left.
Barring a turnover, which.
Oh, it does happen.
Has happened.
2:21 left in the game. I mean, they certainly got to make plays here. They could be stopped, and like I say, if they stuff in the first down, they can take that final timeout and then just make them run the ball 2 more times. So Romero letting the clock run. He's just going to stay behind the center. Nobody has to do anything. He'll give a signal when he gets under center. Now the count by the back judge. Now they'll snap it. ISO left side again. Breaks out in the open. Down the sideline.
What have we seen? What have we said? How many times have we seen that?
Yeah,
How many times?
Every level of football, everybody's trying to make a play at the line of scrimmage, and you just give the quick little hitting play like that, and they takes it to the house. Number 20, again, George Martinez, big second half.
Well, and, we've I don't know how many times we've seen, a close game like this. Everybody's up on the line, and all you got to do is break through that, which is hard.
Oh, yeah.
But then there's nobody back there.
Yeah, and just the speed, and he certainly showed he had it.
Yeah, boy.
Took it the distance.
He turned on the burners there at the
snap, and the kick no good. I don't think that didn't. It wasn't more that blocked than it was kicked into the line. So Bear Creek doesn't get the PAT, but
But they got the WIN, it looks like.
Yeah, the 36-23 now score.
Fossil Ridge has had some good moments in this game, but Bear Creek's just had a couple of more.
They've added it up a little bit more. Like I said, they've driven the ball. You got to give a credit to Isaiah Romero, the quarterback over there. He's had a good, solid game. Lots of drives extended by his feet and hitting Madrid in particular, and just the way the game progressed here. They stayed in it. Fossils had some chances, just didn't close the deal.
But Fossil's schedule is Doesn't get any easier for sure.
Nope. But I tell you what, I am not worried about them competing. They will regroup. They'll come back, play hard next week. Do know in 2 weeks they have homecoming up here and they invite Cherry Creek. That'd be a great statement game to have. Gonzalez approaches it, kind of a sideways kick, drives deep in the end zone though. Enough of a carry wind behind it.
So if you're coach right now, you know, you're not over, but still, do you work on your 2-minute offense? I mean, you don't have a choice, do you?
Yeah. No, you need to play what's in front of you. You make those calls because what little bit you're going to learn right now may be important enough and give you a play to make later when it counts and get you back to the game. Minute 47, you know, an 80-yard touchdown run or a long touchdown run and an extra point. Those things have happened. It's not out of the question, and you never, ever give up.
Tilley's the speedster, so we'll see if they try to get it to him.
Hoke steps up, looks downfield, has to run.
And that's
well. They need to get
that's all that was before him, but that's not good on the clock.
So the last timeout taken of the game here at French Field, we'll have one up here and be back for the finish of this Fossil Ridge Bear Creek game.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
You're watching PSD High School Sports live in high definition on
Grace,
Stream It Sports NoCo.
Tell me what we got. Oh, back on.
Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah, we're kind of running through. We know at the end of the game we've got a doubleheader here and trying to plan a meal.
Dave's talking about the meal he's going to provide for all of us. So.
Yep. Hook fires right side a little too quick, and Burdick didn't have a chance.
But at least an incomplete pass, you know, it's do or die. It stops the clock.
Yeah. Well, now that when you need to stretch it out past the 30, you certainly have time to get that first down and more, but you need to be calling plays and be ready up on the line. Bear Creek, you know, they're not going to have any of their defensive backs. They're just going to play a picket line at about extra 5 yards deep. You don't want to get so much room where you give a receiver all that unimpeded room to run after the catch. You know, you just back up, make sure it's in front of you, and then make a solid tackle. Out pattern here, nice throw and catch. Burdick goes down about the 34-yard line, first down gained.
And he stopped the clock.
Yeah, there's a difference. You can go out of bounds and stop the clock versus being tackled in bounds for the first down. They'll set it and wind the clock. So, nice alert play. But if you're Bear Creek, that's fine. That's great. We'll give you 5 yards. You need to do it 10 more times, and you're still behind. Flare pass. Nice catch. Knutson heads up field. Tackled, first down yardage. Fossil quickly back up on the line of scrimmage. Minute 14, clock is running. Actually, yeah, okay, they are giving the first down. Snap. Four-man rush, nobody really there. Burdick again over the middle. Nice job of turning straight up field. He's going to try to get the sideline, Randy. Struggling and get tackled from behind, but does get first down yardage. Now it's when you need to have your fresh receivers up here. You have guys that run in and out. You know, you see Carson at the top, Tilley at the top, Burdick there, Murphy down here low. I think it's time to take a shot at the end zone. You got single coverage on Donovan Murphy here on the near sideline. High snap, just tipped and handled by Hoke. He's got to step up, sees pressure.
Hey, he needs to get out of bounds if he's not going to.
Yep, good decision.
He's not going to throw it.
Smart play.
Has eyes up, which, that's good.
41 seconds left. The next couple of them got to go towards the end zone. It's almost you got to tell your player, you and the ball should arrive about the same time.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy play to draw up, isn't it?
Well, you just need full pass protection.
Yeah. You go here.
Go deep.
Go deep, everybody.
Hoke steps aside, has to fire out to the outside, hits Murphy. who's going to be tackled in bounds.
And that's going to be the game right there because it can't stop.
Can't stop the clock. 30 seconds and running.
You know, I liked what Murphy was trying to do. He
was
realized
he was going to pitch it, wasn't he?
Well, no, he was trying to make it an incomplete pass to stop the clock because he realized
he didn't go
3
anywhere.
yards isn't going to do anything for us. Again, you got to go the end zone one way or another. There you go.
Long pass downfield. There's going to be Tilly almost made the catch.
That'll stop the clock.
It certainly was pass interference. The safety had plenty of time to see it coming, but basically tried to run through the man to get to the ball, and that's frowned upon by back judges in general. So, like you said, it does stop the clock with 7 seconds left. Go to the last play of the game. Chance to take this into the end zone. Getting everybody set. Ball right on the 20, just inside the 20-yard line.
Wind howling again.
The wind starting to pick up again. Blitz coming. Hoke steps up, fires towards the end zone, right into coverage, and down. We've got a late flag by the near sideline judge, which I don't know what, unless he's calling ineligible man downfield. If he is, there's 2 seconds left. They could decline it just to, it just doesn't matter, really. And it was an eligible man downfield. Actually, Bear Creek, I'd take the penalty, Randy, just moving back, make the end zone a little further away. But what do I know?
Yeah.
It just, you move them downfield. Down over now doesn't really matter. I just thought you'd try to get a little bit more distance between you and the goal line. So last play of the game coming up here, barring a defensive penalty.
Yeah, you don't have a chance to score 2 touchdowns now, so it's a moot point.
Blitz coming. Hoke steps up, try to get rid of it. He's going to be sacked. That will end the ball game. Trying to find something happen there. Bear Creek, congrats to them. They played a fairly complete game. They didn't do anything great. They didn't have the big explosive plays that Fossil did, but they were more consistent, weren't they?
They took advantage of Fossil's mistakes, and how many times have we said the team who wins is going to be the one that makes the least mistakes. So anyway, for Randy McCoy, David Haase, and Grace on the camera tonight. We'll be back at 7 o'clock for our second Poudre and Rocky. And final score, 36-23, Bear Creek over the Fossil Ridge Sabercats. We'll see you in a while.
Poudre School District High School football, live on Stream It Sports Northern Colorado, has been brought to you by Schrader Oil. Fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins. Everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good.